Are you? Is he alive? Failure guy Jake is crazy.
He's there. He's just stressed out.
Okay.
Don't
All right.
you fucking rush me, sensation.
Either way, this is officially the start of the post-show podcast. Thank you for joining us. It's Bash, North American champion, Junko, not a champion, super rookie of the year 2024, and Quartz lost a little while ago. So yeah, we got a lot to cover. We already did the intro. Yeah, we already did the intro already yesterday. But again, I want to say just fantastic job for the most part from everybody. I'm a little annoyed about the FPR shit in 2025, but we'll talk about that later perhaps. So I guess let's just go in order. First things first, we have the tag championships or whatever. So we have Cold Front versus the Lobby. You can encompass the video package as well as the match. We'll take it away because we haven't heard from you yet. Junko, go for it.
This was the culmination of the return of our Rust VP, so I'm happy. I'll expand a little bit more when we get to our match, but he was really hard on himself in terms of like the critics, in terms of calling him washed. So again, I expected.
Was he?
Yeah, 100%. I expected. I didn't expect this, but I expected like the Rust that we know. So, really good, excellent. I loved there was a lot of good tag team stuff that you don't necessarily see unless you're watching like Dax and Cash or like the Four Horsemen, where like you notice Pew and Russ would like cut off the ring often. So it seemed like they definitely came into this match like they definitely strategized for sure. So and it showed off really well. Again, excellent run for Cold Front as well too. I think they're amazing. They're not going anywhere. Maybe if we get a rematch, It's cool. But really good stuff. Russ came in and just took over like the last maybe like 7 minutes of the match. So really, really good stuff. I think you guys pissed them off this week, so I blame you. But yeah, really good stuff.
We'll leave Jay. No, Jay, you can go because you're very excited. When he said Four Horsemen or Cash and Dax, you made a chuckle. So I'm assuming you mean the Boar Horsemen. Go for it.
No, I made a chuckle for something that happened separately. But
my bad. It was perfect timing.
I mean, yeah, it was. It was. I feel you on that. Yeah, the hype package was probably lower on the end of the 2 nights of hype packages. I know I wasn't on the night 1 post show, but everybody delivered crazy. And for something that high quality to be on the lower end, I think is still phenomenal. I love the flag. It really just shows you if you give the Lobby control, society will fall, which is a little counterproductive if you're Russ Cole and Paul Pugh. But once the match began, man, I expected more of a fight from Cold Front, but it goes that way sometimes. But I think the story did tell itself very perfectly after that frantic tag out from Paul Pugh in the early stages of the match. That started phase 2, act 2, and that's when Russ VP tapped in. You know, I teamed with him for many years. He's legendarily my tag partner, so I know what Russ VP looks like, and I know how it's different. And that was Russ VP right there. The flurry of blows on Samson, finisher, Carcosa. He's hitting all the big moves, all the big shit. Yeah, the FPR thing was a little bit of a bummer, but like I said in VP, I think it just probably had more to do with Iceman seeing the Blade Walker and saying, "Oh, that's Russ Cole's famous signature that he's had for the last 6 years," and not realizing he changed it to a finisher. So I'm not too miffed on it. Because the right team won. If you break FPR and then you win, that's a different conversation, which we'll get to, I'm sure, later. But it was a great way to start the show. And Jay, you and I talked about this, like starting off both nights with a crazy, like emotional championship change. The only 2 championships to change on Lucian weekend was a great call.
It'd be like that sometimes. Jimmy.
So I enjoyed the back and forth of the match. I don't think I've seen this fired up Russ Cole in like 2 years at this point. Like I like the last time I think when I wrestled him was like Ambition Endgames when he was like that. Like that's the last time I've seen any performance like that. I immediately dropped the bag on Cameo after I saw that performance, but that's another conversation later. But the match was fun. I mean, like Jake said, the hype package was probably on the lower end. I don't, it was one of those things where it told the story, but wasn't over the top technically. The match, I loved the tag team match, moves back and forth. why were they running across the ring like to try and tag out? I felt like there was a lot of like trying to run to your partner in the match, which was interesting. And we never saw a breakup, which also was interesting. Though it looked like a couple of people went into the ring, you know, a couple of times, and I don't know, like Pew came into the ring one time when Iceman did. So overall, the match was very interesting. Lobby won. It's been a long time coming. You know, they've been after tag team gold and, you know, tag team accolades in general as a group. And they did it in, you know, nice little run for Cold Front. I'd like to see what they do next or what their next moves are for the two of them. And, you know, do they become singles competitors again? I don't know, because like Iceman was kind of like a singles competitor in the middle of their tag run as well. Go 2 world title shots. Like, what's next for those guys? And as a whole, you know, the tag team division is in the midst of change. You know, this is what people call dead or whatever, but like it's really just in the midst of reformation and change. So what the lobby decides to do next and where they go with it is of real interest to me, just to see like kind of, you know, where the tag team division is going to be in 6 months, for example.
Fair enough. C note with I'm assuming one of many comments of the evening with, it bothers me that I'm okay that the lobby won. What timeline is this? ? Shout out to everyone's favorite hater, Benjamin C note of Franklin. Yeah, no, I'm, you know, hey, new team. It's fun. We'll see what happens now. It should be interesting. Russ actually performing like Russ is supposed to is not a nice change of pace. I'm happy for that. I'm happy he may have found his fucking groove so far. Maybe bullying does work, in fact. As far as Pew goes, congratulations to OCW's first and only oldest Grand Slam champion in the history of the company. So
I meant to bring that up to you. Isn't it remarkable? Isn't it remarkable that he's been here since 2009 and this is the first time he's been able to capture? Well, yeah, but he had the 2-year delay, but after the Xerox issue. But what like even then, 2007, 2009 doesn't matter. The fact that like somebody of his pedigree, pun definitely intended, took this long to get a tag team title. I wish I could be mad because I wanted to be the first CQC member to win tag gold away from my former partner. I couldn't get it done, and Russ did, so congrats to him.
Yeah, it's just funny because
at least he didn't hit an early Finn in this one.
Wow! Oh my god!
At least in hindsight, like a lot of times when he was actually active, we didn't have a tag division because reasons. So, but it's fine. Moving on, we have our next match. We have a segment. We have the segment with backstage Scotty and Ashley. Free fall. Give your thoughts. Whoever goes first goes first.
I'll go ahead. I'm going to tie all these in together. I really like the follow-ups from Cheryl and Scotty on this, and the reveal here on this first one with Ashley Moore was great because as she walked into frame, I thought the cinematography was good, the positioning was good, because as she walked in, it hit me all at once, and me and Kent and viewing party had the conversation where we went. Kent is Tiberius Dupree, general manager, if you guys don't know, but I was like, oh my God, man, this is probably the first time since Lucian 13 that we have had a resolution card that Ashley Moore was not a part of, which is pretty crazy to think about. But, you know, things bounce around. I happen to know a little bit about her situation. It may have gone differently had things lined up, but that's life, you know. Things don't always line up the way that you expect them to. And for her to still have the motivation to want to get on the show in some way, and plant some seeds for a potential partnership or really any potential character development is very good. I really enjoyed all the Scotty stuff because she felt like, I know Sarah was kind of the dark horse last night, but Scotty was also kind of in that same vein. And I really like that they didn't just kind of go away after the loss. Like we're still building to stuff in the aftermath of resolution. So I was a big fan of all the Scotty stuff and Cheryl as well.
Next up, who's next? Speak your mind.
Jimmy, you want to go next, or
basic storytelling here? I had seen Ashley, she was kind of a heel, so like I guess she's turning over a new leaf, you know, at this point, and trying to do better. So that was interesting to me overall. Nice to see her on the show. I don't know what the wrinkle is here with Ashley and Scotty, but it's one of those things that we'll have to tune in whenever we come back to find out about.
You're up, Junkie.
Am I addressing Scotty Nash or everyone?
I mean, I guess you can whatever. Just do you have to add
Okay.
for the sake? Go ahead.
Yeah, cool.
on,
Yeah, it's good.
Canada.
Shut up. It's good. It's good. I think one thing I didn't really get to comment today in like the chat about like the landscape of the women division, but let's not do this thing where like last year we were complaining the women's division was boring, right? So now that we're getting stuff in the women's division and like people are actually like storytelling and planting seeds for the future, let's just focus on that a little bit more as opposed to who deserves what, who doesn't deserve what. I think I've complained like religiously about like storytelling, and I think people are consciously making an effort to do that. So kudos to Scotty for that specifically. It's interesting. It's interesting. I like it. I didn't like the last portion with the gentleman. He looked like a simp. It's hard to tell what's really going on, right? So I don't know. It's interesting. When I don't know what's going on, and I can't predict. I thoroughly enjoy those things a little bit more than like me being able to tell. Yeah. So when you guys do things that I generally don't like, for the longest time I had no idea what Shelly was doing, right? So now he's doing with this amazing stuff. So I think Scotty's going down that road. So we'll see what happens. Again, yeah, I didn't even really take in what was going on with Ashley. I didn't realize that this was the one card that she does not miss. So that's interesting as well too. I can really give appreciation to her as well too, because when I first got here, she seemed very not, I guess for lack of a better word, bland. But that's more so in the fact that like she just wins a lot, right? So I think that the fact that we're getting a little bit more personality with her ever since like the whole breakup with the Rumble Bells, that's good. So we'll see what happens. Good stuff.
There's a line that comes in here that I think is important. That is, Belle told me what matters, and she has made an effort to try and tell the story. So I don't want to let anything be lost via ambiguity or lack of knowledge. Because the Belle, when Belle came back, she was a heel. Obviously, that was the crux to her and Sarah Moore's whole thing. And then right after that happened, she continued to fight. And then Belle came back and they had their embrace. They made good. And then she fought Deborah. And after the Deborah match, she, kind of walked away somberly. And then in this post scene, obviously I was close to that segment, so I can see it clear. We have 3 hours of riots and turmoil, so it's so easy to miss stuff. But that's where I think that was going, is like she's starting to humble herself in her veteran status, where she was very, very much the biggest shitbag heel villain of all time in her early run. And that's what got her most of her acclaim. So she's kind of in the middle grounds right now. But that's kind of, like you said, Junko, that's a good place to be. If I don't know where it's going, that's a good thing inherently, I think.
That's the big thing too, right? In terms of like the whole conversation with whether Sarah deserves it or not. Sarah beating Ashley clean on TV was why she deserved it, in my eyes.
Catalyst. 100%.
Yeah, it was a catalyst, and it was a catalyst of this story as well too, right? So obviously Sarah got her lick back for what happened at Certified Greatness, and now Ashley's wondering what the hell is going on, right? So it's more of like the storyline is kind of like her just being humbled and her having to soul search now. So again, really good stuff. I'm enjoying it.
All right, we got the Wrestling Men Collide. So I have some minor criticisms about tonight, and I'll get to them as I get to them. But this one, there's a very thin line, because comp is always, but I'll say this off rip. John, 1,000,000% gets it, period. No cap. He understands OCW. He gets it. He's one of the best, most competent handlers. Creativity, maybe not as high as whatever, but everything else, he's very fucking good. So my only gripe on this was, I know Jake is very, if they're fucked, which is fine. But my thing is, those elbows would have been perfectly acceptable, no equivocation, whatever, fantastic. The fact that he didn't, it kind of bugged me, but it is what it is. He cost people money, but he is still, like, I can't say anything bad about John Carter. He understands OCW to the very minute scale, because not only is he mechanically sound, he is competitively fucking top tier, and he understands the nuances of OCW. That being said, fuck Marcus. and fuck your Metro Boomin thing, which may probably get flagged. But it was a great match. I enjoyed it tremendously, and it helped even out the sizes of the show. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So we'll start with Jim, Junkie, then Jake. Oh, Jays, wow. Beverly's a Jay-Lution. Jesus.
We jade out crazy.
So this match was very back and forth. There were a lot of high moments in it in terms of like what was going on with high impact spots. Like the funniest thing for me was that Marcus did the John thing where he tossed him into like the table on the outside, the announce table. So turnabout is fair play. John got his own thing. It was really competitive back and forth. They put on a fantastic match. I mean, I enjoyed the hype package too. The music was very fitting for what they did. Overall, it really felt like this was, to me, one of the better matches of the night. They really wrestled it out early. It got progressively more violent, and I enjoyed the finish. So, great work by both of them. The Metro Boomin thing, I wasn't sure of the association. I understood, I know who Metro Boomin is. So that was a little confusing, but I guess, it's like a Travis Scott thing or whatever, like in WWE. I don't know. But other than that, great job to both of them, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Junkie? You're alive? Oh, yeah,
I have a lot of emotions.
Oh, okay, get him out there, Junkie.
Yeah, really good emotions. Again, obviously the match was, I knew it was going to be a banger. I at the beginning I was like, why did John let him get out of that roll up? But again, I think if we didn't let a bit of a roll up, we wouldn't have got the things that we got after. Really good stuff. I've thoroughly enjoyed this arc with the wrestling club and the whole wrestling club off, and who's the better member, the best member. I enjoyed the package just in terms of understanding how we got to this point with the unit. I love the fact that it seemed like, just based off of what I watched and what I heard, it seemed like both wrestlers didn't work ever over it, like what happened with the wrestling club. So that was really good as well too. The match was wild. I love the fact that at the beginning, Marcus tried to like out wrestle him. I don't know why you would do that, but hey, he tried to out wrestle him, and then he just got pissed off. He's like, you know what? Let me just beat the crap out of you because I'm black. That was enjoyable. It was really good. John likes to do this thing because John is so good at the game. John likes to manipulate the game and get as much spots as possible, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. I think that did bite him in the ass though at the end. There were conversations about ending it with the two elbows from the corner.
And
he
also the roll up
fin
too, technically.
Yeah, and the roll up. He had a fin though, so like for me, if you hit the two elbows and then you hit the Italian knee, chef's kiss.
It's
right. So that was
Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Break out.
No, well, basically, like, it's one of those like gray type things, and it also kind of goes from handler to handler. Because I'll get into that later, but like he understands it and he wants to win how he wants to win. So he didn't win how he wants to win, but he came very close. So I could understand the argument for people like, oh, because he Marcus biffed the fucking thing and it was dunzo munzo. But again, it's Lucian, so maybe you don't want to do that. Again, I maintain that I'm okay with because it's super early in the match and shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same token, like, it's also kind of grace to your opponent. Like, it's like a net negative. Like, you can, and it's not you're an asshole if you do it. You're not an asshole if you do it, but you're not an asshole if you don't, basically. But so he chose.
But it also plays to his character as well too, right? I said John is gray. John is not a babyface. John is not a heel. John is just John Carter. So those things are exactly what happened. Him eating shit at the end was fucking hilarious. That's also John Carter as well,
like I said, my only issue was the elbow shit, because like I was like, oh fuck. If that's the case, don't even pin this motherfucker. Just go for your finisher and be done with it. But this,
that's what I'm saying, right?
It's minor, but
I don't want to. It's minor. It's more so. Yeah, it's more so like application. I think if he had just gone for the Italian knee, it would have been perfect. I don't think Mike would have kicked out of the Italian knee anyways. I don't think.
I love how you called the Italian knee too.
Yeah, I call it Italian.
Italian torture, but
Italian knee of all time is just whack.
Great.
No, yeah, Italian knee is better.
But no, I'm happy.
He's talking about the greatest knee of all time. He's not
greatest knee of all time.
Yeah.
Greatest knee of all time. Yeah.
Because
knee.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at it in a microscope, whatever, like John, when he first came here, he won his first title in a very on Lucian was not well received because of how he won. And now in 2025, he's doing the exact opposite. And like, I look forward to John's stupidity in his matches. He's fucking he's fantastic. Don't tell him I said that, but just we'll keep it moving. You done, Jamil? You want to go to Jake? What we doing?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm finished.
All right, Jake, hit it up.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise that me and Jay are kind of aligned on this because we have had time to talk about it before, but that's where both of us landed. That first one on the roll-up, totally understand. And it's so tough when you're in the moment to have to make that call. Obviously, we've watched it 100 times over now, and you go, yeah, after those 2 elbows, after the H-plex, after the top rope wrestle bomb, the wrestle nuke, as I called it.
Yeah, like that.
Like, man. Yeah, I mean, that I think would have been an appropriate thing, but then you also have to consider there could have been an agreement. We're not going to finish this unless it's a finisher, which does happen. And and at the end of the day, I think, Jay, you said it perfectly. It doesn't make you an asshole to do it, like we're going to see later in the match, later in the card with Jinx and Nate Ortiz. Like, it's not a negative inherently, but you're taking the risk to lose the match when you otherwise would have won for the sake of a better viewing experience. And the fact that we have John Carter right now at this level doing that, man, and he has been, for, I think, the whole season, probably to me, the very best talent on the OCW roster that does not currently have a championship. I think I would give John Carter that accolade.
That's a very
man. He is over the last 2 years. He has gone so crazy. But let's talk more about the story, because John has evolved crazy, and that's part of the story too. Because when he started, he was a shitter, and then you had the Wrestling Cub and the GOAT Academy. They didn't touch much on that in the excellent hype package that they had. But both of these guys were in the GOAT Academy too. And then Marcus, he had medical issues. He, thinned out crazy, and then he was big again, and then he was injured for 2 years almost. And then for him to come back, the minute we saw him, every week, anybody that's in VP will tell you, like, oh shit, when's the John Carter thing going to happen? Like, these two are tied at the hip. And I think to be an impactful figure in any wrestling federation long term, especially OCW, there's always going to be somebody that's tied to your hip. Like, I've got Russ Cole. Paul Pugh has Nate Ortiz. You always have somebody that's going to be tied to you, and I think this is where John Carter goes. But their styles played perfectly. Even after the chain wrestling ended, Marcus going to the power moves, and every time John got back on top, it was a headlock takeover. It was a drop toe hold. It was a chin lock. Like, the styles told this story. It was beautiful. This is my favorite singles match of the weekend. No doubt about it.
He's like silly Italian Kurt Angle, basically. Look,
and he's so funny. That entrance, like, everybody knew he was going to do something stupid. And when he came out, it's a goof. It's a dummy. No, it's John Carter. Yeah. I love this man. He's tremendous.
Basically, at the end of the day, like, when you show your like anti-thirst, you show that you belong in elite programs. In my opinion, that is. And I feel that especially with John, like, these two fought, like you mentioned. I'm glad you mentioned it, because you mentioned it in the match that basically they fought like maybe a month or two ago prior on regular TV.
Turmoil 337.
So even that fact still was not lost on the fact that this match stood on its own 2 feet. So I fucking kudos to both of these people. Not so much Marcus because of the stupid Metro Boomin shit, but no, fantastic job by.
What was the issue with that?
I mean, that was brought up, so I just wanted to comment on it. Like, it's just a celebrity thing. This is the biggest show of the year.
It's not that. That's probably gonna get tagged. That's the issue.
I don't think it will.
Well, if it doesn't, great.
The orchestra. Well, it could be, but it's an orchestral version. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But even if it is,
that's what always gets me.
I get it. And you're right. And you're right to ping at that. But story wise, kayfabe wise, I don't think like there was any issues there. And we talked about it on commentary, but we were all yelling in VP. But he did that motion where he was holding up no championship because he should be the international champion. He hit the professional finish on Jinx, and then John interrupted the match and cost him a no contest there.
Look at Michael storytelling.
That was the reason.
Don't you know? That was just Jake being Jake. That was Jake being Jake, and Mike is like,
no, it isn't.
Oh boy.
No,
Mike is like, that's for them.
No, well, look, the show's over now, so I can tell the story fine. It's very funny because, Jay, the night we called the last match of Lucian, which was Thursday, or it may have been Tuesday, either way, this match had been in the can and we knew it was so good. And then Harvey reached out to me and he was like, oh, I don't know if you guys have called anything yet, but I wanted to give you a couple notes. I'm like, yeah, this shit's over, bro. Like it's good. He said, oh, but when I raise my hand, it's to signify the international title. And I went, oh yeah, we're professionals. We know what we're doing. We knew what you were talking about. And so he was on the ball beforehand, and like it took us a second after he did that, but as soon as he did, I was like, oh shit, yeah, right, he should be international champion. So, and then you have those seeds planted because Jinx will defend later on tonight. Marcus is the winner here. You know, maybe we get a rematch without these outside interferers, and that will be a fun one, I think.
Indubitably, we went to you, Bat, right, Jim?
No, he already talked.
Oh, okay, good.
I think it was first. Yeah, he was first.
All right, my bad. It's hard to keep up now. There's so many people. All right, we got, what do we have here? Segment, I think. Yes. Oh, we have Cheryl's segment, free form as always with all segments. Anybody hit top of the key, go for it. Somebody, whoever.
I already said what I said.
All right,
on these.
Jamil,
I enjoyed them. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, good stuff. Good fallback. I like hearing after you guys fail. I like hearing what you guys were thinking. So, I think that's what's been really done well this season is just being able to dive into each handler's characters, just dichotomy and what's going on in their brains. I think that's really cool. So, Cheryl's been one of the better ones this season in terms of that. So yeah, again, interesting. We'll see what happens with her next, where she goes. Kind of seems like she's at a fork in the road now. So we'll see what happens, where she goes next. The match, I didn't get to speak on last night's match, but she had a really good showing last night. So again, all the whole of her not being able to hang like that's bullshit. She's been pretty good with her entire product overall, from to the sticks to the videos to the promos, stuff like that. So again, she's been good. I can't complain. I'm very proud, especially all the stuff that we've done with like Jubei and her. So again, can't complain. Big fan.
And the green screen animated stuff was
oh my god,
she was able to put it behind Stacy. Like it was as a video editor by trade. Like seeing this, I'm always nitpicking. Like how did you pull that off? And I always appreciate when people make that extra effort to try and make things more realistic and more immersive.
Yeah.
Jim.
Yes, I with Cheryl. Look, I can understand Cheryl. By the way, tries very hard. Obviously, we feuded for a while, so like I spent a lot of time discussing things with Cheryl and talking, and they do a good job. You know what I mean? I think, and it's not a bad thing. I think with Cheryl, for me, from like a fan perspective, I'm really ready to see it. I'm really ready to see her progress. It's more like action, not words at this point, because she talks really well. You know what I mean? It's like, take those next steps, start taking those next steps, and that's something that comes with time.
I think this is the first step for that too. This is a great first step to get there, right?
Yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's just, let's see her move onward and upward. So that's what I got.
Jake, anything to add, or are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. We got the Jinx Nate Ortiz match. I guess we'll do fuck it. Since we'll go Jake, Jim, Junkie.
I mean, man, the hype package was tremendous. I loved all the archival footage. Kent pointed it out when the archive footage was playing for Nate. This is shit that happened in SmackDown versus Raw 2006 that is being flashed back, and we have to put all kinds of black and whites and filters on it to make it look presentable because the footage back then was dog shit. But seeing this man right now and knowing the man behind the scenes is one of the most golden-hearted human beings you'll ever meet. When he joined when he's 18 years old, and he has created so much history, and Jay obviously is the pillar here, but the man watering the flowers all along the way and giving him that inspiration, you're seeing him right now. It's Nate Ortiz. And it was very funny that in the archival footage, he was beating up some guy with dreads, and Nate was like, oh shit, it's Jinx. So I mean, and in kayfabe, these are two very decorated gentlemen on their own. Nate has obviously been in OCW from the jump, but Jinx, it took him a little while to get here. So you have that dichotomy of a little bit in terms of storytelling, where this kind of pampered 18-year-old kid who's been here from the jump versus somebody who had to grind their way through the indies in order to get here, but is great still. And these two have told a tremendous story from the beginning of the year. I think most of the best matches in OCW have that elongated history, and it's going to be something that comes up on all of the post-show pods for the best matches. I'll start here. Jinx's entrance and attire is probably one of my favorite of the weekend. The whole delivery of the aesthetic with the carnival and the clown and the way he picks up the lamp and reveals his dope ass face paint. Tremendous work. Loved it. And this is when we get to talk about the differences between the John Carter ending and this ending, because that's where you have to do that dance. I'll just jump to the end here. It was a tremendous match throughout, and everybody got their shit in. And I love the back and forth where Nate started super hot, and even his in-game stamina was gassed, which told you the story. Like, this is a veteran who is super fucking old. He's done 2 moves, and he's already has no stamina left. And then we get to the end, and Jinx has hit him with all the big moves, all of them. And with John, it was a signature, and then he's not going to stay down, and then he's got the taunting, and then elbow, back to back, like after the signature. That was different to me than what happened in this match at the end, where it was he did have the big snatch power slam, the end of laughter. It was a kick out. They fought a little bit from there, and then it was just a neck breaker, pin, 1, 2, 3. And it's not necessarily an inherent detractor that it ended that way, but it is a good example of the differences between the two, because we all agree that those elbows, John should have let that match end. That should have been the end of it. But in this one, you could kind of understand how maybe that's not the case. But it's a battle with a legend, a GOAT. So, and Nate was kicking out of the craziest shit ahead of time, and he had resilience. So again, it's no detractor at all, but it is a nice case study to look at between the two things. But a tremendous match either way. They needed this. They definitely needed this. But before War Games, they had their match on TV, and that video package really muddied the waters. So you needed finality between these two, and that you got all the pomp and circumstance. Jinx is a made man in OCW, and to be a made man and fight Nate Ortiz at Resolution, I think is as good a stamp of approval as anything.
So before Junkie, whoever else is next jumps in, I agree with like 95% of what you said. The introductions, the story, the presence, the entrance, all that stuff. As far as the ending goes, like, how do I explain this in a way that's polite but also whatever? The finish was flatter than piss on a plate, in my opinion. And then, while there's not a problem with it, it's like if you're at our biggest show, right, and you're fighting a fucking legend, like, I mean, you could a little something extra, just a little something extra. Like, I did not like that at all, and it kind of it was like, ugh. But whatever, it is what it is, right? Comp is comp, I suppose. So it be like that sometimes. So Junkie, yeah. Wait, who's next? Is it Junkie or Thing?
I think it's Jimmy.
Just go
Okay,
ahead and let
Jimmy.
Junko go.
All right, good. Junko, you're up.
I can go because I want to expound.
I don't think you guys really understand, like, when it's hyper sweaty, meaning like we both kicked
I
out
was
of
just saying that. I was just saying that in chat, actually.
It should be
no, like, it's a big match. There are high stakes here, whatever the case may be. Jinx has hit Nate with literally everything, right? Nate kicks out of everything. Be mindful, the last 30 seconds, if you go and you pull up the match, Nate had 2 finishers. So Jinx messes up, it's over. That's it, right? So I'm looking at this from the standpoint of
Sweat. If you're looking at it from sweat, then yes.
and calm. That's how I'm looking at it, right? Yes, you want to put on a good match, whatever the case may be, but I'm sure Jinx wanted to win as well too, right? So if it's a situation where if you're like me and you generally don't care, even me, I generally don't care, but I'm still trying to put you in the dirt, right? So at that point, if he's missing everything, the desperation comes out of there. Like, you've seen it before. We saw it with Bolek and Jinx. I think it was Ambition, or I don't know if it was Ambition or if it was
that super weird long match. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was weird, right? And Bolek said the same thing that I totally understand. When you're fighting somebody who's good, you kind of have to be on your shit, and it kind of messes with you mentally. This happened to me, right, with my first match against Mad Pew, right? So it's just, I understand it. That's why, like, I'm not super hypercritical on like that specific stuff. Would I wish he hit like a better impact move? Okay, cool, yeah, that's fine. But like,
that would have literally solved the problem. Literally,
yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but he didn't have it. But he didn't have it.
I understand why, because if he messes up, it's one ticket to ride or he's getting speared. That's it. That's just what, like, if you watch the last 30 seconds to a minute, that's literally what Nate was going to do.
And Jay, you said it during the John Marcus match. You already said it. Like, sometimes you get in that situation and you're kind of on an island, and it's not what you said was, it's not a detractor that it didn't go that way, but you do lose the potential bonus of it ending stronger, so I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, this match was worse because of that. It wasn't. It could have been better, but the situation didn't go that way. And that's how OCW operates. That's why the best shit happens organically. And how many matches, Jay, have we called? I'm thinking of Rex and Pew at In Games a number of years ago, that they arbitrarily elongated the match to get all the big shit in. Like, we can tell that. So we want to have the best organic finish. And sometimes it goes this way, sometimes it goes that way. And that's part of the excitement. Because for us as viewers, we're not sitting here watching like, oh, it has to end on a fin or it has to end on some climactic moment. It could end literally at any moment, and we just have to deal with that. So I am willing to deal with a finish like this every now and then, especially when the rest of the match was tremendous, if it means I get to keep that layer of unpredictability. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Brian. I just think you guys have to remember, you've all been there where like your shit gets reversed and that person has 2 stocks and you have nothing. And the match has been going on for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So like, yes, I think Jinx, there was a time where the shoe was on the other foot and Jinx fought out of it. He fought out of it, but like it happened again and it got to that point. And now
Nate kicked out of the most ridiculous bar you'll ever see.
All of his, he kicked out of
Bro, if I'm in Jinx's position, I'm not giving him another opportunity. It's so late in the match. I understand you want to have the cinematic finish, but it's not always going to be that way, you know?
This is, and I agree. I am thinking, Conf, but what I'm saying is, at that point in time, it's been 15 to 16 minutes. When it gets sweaty, if you've been there and you let's say the matches you have the advantage, you try to throw your big shit, it whiffs, and that person has 2 stocks. This is what happens. Like, this is the comp aspect of the game. We can't escape it. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not going to be hypercritical on it. Yes, maybe if he had, like, let's say he has another power move that looks emphatic. Okay, cool. Go for that. But, like, again, I'm not really going to, like, dock it too crazy. That's my thing. I don't think it's that necessary where we need to put too much emphasis on it.
Basically, like I said, at the end of the day, like, match was solid, but that finish was flat as fuck. Jim,
yeah, because if he does,
did I cut you off?
Let me just break out one.
Go ahead.
One real quick. If he breaks out of that and then Nate hits one ticket to ride, it's a whole different conversation, right? So like, if you're trying to win and you care about winning, you kind of have to do things like that. I don't think it was shitty. I don't think it was sweaty or anything like that. I just think it was a situation where, like, oh, I can sit here and try to work up and try to build up my second fin as much as possible. But I also run the risk of getting fucked.
Yeah.
That's how I look at
it. As a fan, if you're watching it as a fan, it is a flat finish. But again, sometimes it goes that way, and you get to keep that layer of unpredictability. He got killed for like 5 minutes straight. I don't know. Is he supposed to whoop his ass for another 5 minutes and expect Nate to not just hit a random finisher? I would not take that risk. I mean, sometimes matches end perfectly, and sometimes they don't, and that's the beauty of it.
Before we go to Jim, I'll say, like, Jinx is good enough that I'm sure he had some other stuff in the tank.
Nate is good enough too. That's what I'm saying. Nate is good too, right? So if Jinx fucks up, which he did, there were times where he got reversed on big shit, right? And Nate also kicked out of 3 of your biggest moves. He even broke off that new move that I had not seen Jinx do, right? So that's your big move. He kicks out of that. What do you do now, right? So you could say, okay, yeah, Jinx is good enough, but Nate is also good enough too. He goes for that risk and he gets stuck, and then he's no longer the champ anymore. So I understand it. Like, I'm looking at it from Stevie's perspective.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, yeah, you're kind of screwed. Like, at that point, you're kind of screwed. You got to figure it out. If you had tapped him out, would it have been a problem?
Fair point. This is why I like having
Exactly.
you around. The wise man, the wise junkie. Jim, your
I
thoughts?
try.
Do a good job. Good shit.
So when it comes to the comp is comp argument, like I understand why, it is what it is. It's like you finish the match when the match is finished, right? When the opponent misses. Because like in my experience, the situations where I've had my worst matches are trying to do too much, right? Trying to inflate situations or things like that. So I think in his mind, it's just like, hey, I'm going to pin after this impact move. And, it's one of those things where he was comfortable with finishing the match that way, I think that you can't always get what you want. Sometimes in matches, we criticize them for trying to just bang their head against the wall and do the same thing because they want it so bad. So for him, I just think it was like, hey, the bit move was big and I'm going to pin. I enjoyed the hype package for the match as well. Going back to the match itself, it was a spirited competition. I mean, no one can say Nate Ortiz don't still got it. He didn't win today, but he still, had a great performance. I think that looked really, really great. And, big win for Jinx at Wrestlution. That's, as I call it, part of the body count, right? And it's a big one for him, in terms of his career and his own legacy that he's trying to build, which takes quite a bit of time. So, overall, I really enjoyed the back and forth of the match. Nate hit a couple of really nice spots in there with the Ortiz Express at one point. I like the Tiger Uppercut. But good job to these guys. It's just one of those things where the matches end the way that they do sometimes, and there's nothing you can really do about it. If so-and-so goes down on a ground move, or whatever move, like it is what it is.
Pretty much. Brian got some good little nuggets in the chatty chat. But anyway, we've spoken about this enough, so we can move on. We have another segment. Oh, we have Sky segment number 2, which we can't be having people coming backstage. That's how people get shivved. Just saying. That's how you get caught up, and next thing you know, you get assaulted from some stranger backstage. It's bad times.
I think we need a head of security.
No, we don't. Any Freeform, any thoughts? Go for it. Whoever's first.
Did we touch this overall?
Did you touch both of them?
No.
Or? No.
I thought we were doing both. But yeah, again, this is good. I like this. I don't know what's going on, so I'm interested. That's the biggest thing. I think we've been pretty critical on the Liam verse. So this is a good way or direction to silence those haters or critics per se. So yeah, good stuff. I think this character has like so much potential in terms of where she can go in this division. I do think she has potential to be champion, whatever champion that is. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, again, this is good. This is a little bit outside of her ballpark, so it's going to be interesting. I don't know who this dweeb is. He looks like he's simping, so we'll see what happens. If it's a love story, it will be interesting to see based off of how Scotty is, the warrior female princess stuff. So we'll see.
Jake,
I think.
Oh, sorry, Jim. Go thoughts.
I think that this is the first step in a heel turn. I think this is the guy that poisons her mind. Yes, I'm serious.
You calling him Angelo Schmidt?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Angelo Schmidt over here shows up, and like, it's interesting. He picks her out of the entire locker room. Just in my opinion. But so it's just the whole thing. I think this is the heel turn. I think this is where she like loses sight of her goals and her mind gets poisoned and she gets in this toxic relationship or something like that. And like, it's just a situation where she turns into like the Nordic Marissa. I don't know. Like, I think that's where we're going. So that's my take on this.
Oh, yeah. Anything to add?
Nope. I said what I wanted to say about all these segments before. I don't know who this person is. I waited for a moment to see if somebody would be like, oh, that's fucking Declarius the Third, you idiot.
Declarius.
He was in a 14-second segment 5 weeks ago, you stupid piece of shit. But no, it just looked like...
How do you not know who he is?
How do you not know? Are you fucking
How do you
stupid?
not know it's Justin Custon, Rustin Mest?
Yeah, but it wasn't that. But I think, again, I think Junko brought it up before, that mystery and that seed planting, because OCW's. This isn't the end. This is the peak of this season. But we have to build the rest of the year and into next season. So Scotty has some big seeds planted for then, and I'm excited to see it.
All right, now we got quote unquote me versus Rex.
Fucking guy.
What? You know what? You want to talk shit? You can go for it. You,
Hey,
Jim, then Jake.
How
What?
dare you?
How dare me what?
dare you?
What?
How dare you let me gas you up for 14 business days?
No,
And
how,
you
how
don't
do
even
you were dismissing
so
me, as a matter of fact.
we're gonna pull back the curtain. Okay, are we allowed?
Go for it. Knock yourself out.
Okay, so midnight OCW, right? The night,
OCW midnight,
literally
love
last Friday,
I got
right? Jake,
pissed, yeah.
Jake made a claim that you were gonna get washed. I thought you were gonna get washed if it was gonna be a scum chapter or anything related to hardcore. So essentially, this match that we saw tonight,
Mm-hmm.
you took it upon yourself to be very, very angry and be complaining because the majority of people are doubting you, including Jake, right? Rightfully so. The fact that you go on this 15 to 20-minute rant in the group chat, and then you show up and you don't even fucking compete is diabolical. Diabolical.
No, the worst part here was that he said I probably broke FPR in one of those posts.
Right?
So like he even sold the fact that the match happened and that he broke FPR. Okay, so that's even worse. So let's not forget that.
Right?
I know how to work heel, brother.
It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting because he was generally upset. I thought he was upset. I'm tired of you guys swerving me. But again, I'm not upset. I'm not mad because I got what I've been asking for the entire season. I got one half of the Mandem, right? And they put on a banger. This was I don't know if this was top 3, but it was there. I think there was a lot of rumblings of Tony still not getting back to fine form. So again, it was good. I was kind of nervous going into it,
Mm-hmm.
and then again, Alistair starts pulling out all the different foreign objects. I'm like, oh shit, Tony might be screwed. But then again, Mandem, you don't ever doubt black people, ever. So yeah, really good back and forth. It got really crazy. Like at the beginning, I loved when I don't know if you guys have a name for the object. I call it Janice or Spike. When he brought Spike out and then he dropped it on Tony's bicep and he started doing elbow drops on the freaking Spike 2x4. That was amazing. Once it got back into the ring, and it was just wrestling, it got really, really wild. It was really going back and forth. Tony was trying to hit everything. Tony was trying to do Wrestlution 15 or 16, whichever one he was a champion. Before 50, he tried to go for everything. I said it to him like, yeah, Rex. After he hit the second Friday Night Delight, I'm like, yeah, Rex is not in this match with Lariat. So as I say that, Tony hits him with 2 huge lariatos. So I was literally screaming. I had to go on mute. But yeah, really, really, really good match. I love this man's aura. I know he's very underrated as like one of the
Tony or Rex.
Rex, Alistair.
Okay.
Rex is like, yeah, he's like he doesn't get as much flowers as he should. Look at the aura of this drunken man. Really good, really, really good stuff. This might be in my top 3. I thoroughly enjoyed this from top to bottom. I hated the swerve, but I love the fact that you did it. I loved how you worked everybody, like building up to it as well too. I generally thought you were gonna go in there and shock the world, and then you power out, you friggin'. But yeah, I'm done.
Not a coward, I'm just smart. I'm hurt.
You're smart. You're smart. But you generally.
I'll talk about it after I'm done because everyone's
fucking, like if you were in this,
you coward. Like why would I?
Yeah, you generally like if it was this. Remember I said it. I'm like, if it's a regular match like bell to bell, you have a chance. If it's like one of these, you're dead. Right. So if you did not participate, you would have fucked your shit up.
I mean, you could think that, but it's fine. Jim, you want next? Or you matter of fact, Jim, you go for it.
All right. So. Speaking of Rex, I don't trust white people.
I gotta piss. Keep going, Jim.
You might want to ban Cass or do something.
What's wrong?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's been infected by the DNS worm.
Oh, yeah. Well,
He said, he's at work, so he's probably copying the code from his job. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, he's all right. Don't worry about him. He has not been infected yet. But getting off of Cass and back to the JCS stuff. He did what a good heel should do. He bait and switched us, which is par for the course when you're dealing with high level heel mastery. The whole entire thing was good. I didn't expect it was going to be Tony, just because I had like read his stuff and like him going around, so I wasn't sure where he was landing. Like, it wasn't very clear to me. Obviously he writes a lot more than he's on video, to be honest. Like, I seen his meeting with the Crimson Karen, and a couple weeks ago as well. And I was just very surprised that he was here. And, Jay came out like he was ready to go. And the match itself, it started off really good, but it got even better and better and better at the end. It was, it was one of those things where nobody held anything. If you had a bullet, you were shooting it, basically, and that's the type of match that's exciting. I've been there. At least in those situations, and those are what create the most exciting matches. So the match for me, this was up there in terms of the excitement. It's Rex. Rex is going to come out, and if the match lasts longer than like 8 or 9 minutes, he's going to like look at you and be like, So, that's Rex's kind of deal in terms of that. And like I said, overall, I just enjoyed the match. And I don't know, is this going to mean something?
It seemed like a one-off for me.
What we got was, I just saw what we got was better. That's hurtful. Jake, you're up.
Sorry.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, you've been running your mouth for the better part of the last 3 weeks or so that you were gonna stand on business, and I knew, I had a feeling you were working me.
Don't act like you did
on the lead. No, I had a feeling you were working me on the lead up to it, but not in the sense that you were gonna bring somebody out. I thought you were just gonna get fucking killed, and the work was gonna be, oh, I'm super tough guy or whatever. Because people take it easy on you when they fight you, as they should.
Don't do that.
You're the grand poobah.
See, you're doing it again. You're making it worse. You're making it worse.
I did. This is the argument I tried to make. I have fought you at Wrestlution before, and I have tried to make this argument to you. Like, you don't follow FPR. You don't know FPR. You don't you delegate for these little things. So when you said, I'm going to fight Rex, my immediate response was, hey, I don't think Rex is going to take it easy on you the way some of the rest of your opponents may have. Dude. And that's kind of where that whole work came from. And you drew it so perfectly. You got me, you killed me. It was perfect. In terms of the story, first of all, I'll talk about the hype package. I love the DMX song, and all the archival footage really gave you that feather in your cap to show that it wasn't just a Discord call that was inspiring you here. Like, you have you have an actual resume when people want to step to you, which doesn't happen often, which is why you have one at like Lucian 4 and Lucian 7 and Lucian 10 and Lucian 16. Like, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, you show up and you show out. So I'm glad that was conveyed in the hype package. Like, that really got everybody's juices going. And, the song choice was fucking perfect. The DMX song. I still thought you were going to get murdered. And to pull back the curtain, when we did commentary, I was like, I'm just going to do this the whole time. I don't know what you have planned here, but I'm going to press record and we're just going to go with it. And Jay's like, yeah, I won't say anything, whatever. And we hit record and he did his whole thing. And he comes back in after Antonio comes in and he goes, he's super far away. You're doing a great job, Jake. It popped me so heavy. And then he gets back on the headset and we call the whole match. And like a Rex Antonio Everett match, even though this particular feud doesn't have any story in the immediate, before times to Lucian, this is kind of a crazy dream match in its own way, especially in terms of the CCW lineage, which is going to come up later on tonight in the main event. But man, it was tremendous. I know Tony came back before Lucian, and I thought he'd have a match, and then that match never manifested. So I go, okay, That's crazy. I really thought Tony would have find a match. I had no idea when we did our segment that this was going to happen, but it did end up working out like narratively that he said, oh, if you need any help against these people that have been fucking with you, I got your back. And then Jay, the person I've been fucking with, ends up calling Kareem to get him to follow. Like, there's a lot going on right now. Rex and Antonio Everett's always fun. That ending sequence, there were so many reversed finishers and signatures in that last like 2 minutes. It was the most tense situation I've been in a very long time. Tremendous match. Obviously, Rex tried to kill him. You're seeing it right now on your screen as he's trying to slam steel stairs onto somebody's skull. The 3 clicks to Calgary on the nail bat was unbelievable. Like, what are we doing here? But that's vintage Rex. Rex has made his career off of being the most hardcore motherfucker ever, and I think this delivered in a big way. And it kept Jay from dying, and we got to call the whole show. So it worked out in many ways.
Prick the boozer. So, first of all, you want to know proof in the pudding? First of all, no one talked about how awesome my entrance was and my battle killed, so that upset me. But it's fine.
Actually, I did when you.
That was a clear.
I was away. I'm
He
sorry.
did. It was a clear shot. It's cultural appropriation, and you should be ashamed.
It's not cultural appropriation. I've been rocking the battle kilt all the time. Tibby knew exactly what it was. That's why I sent Sheldon a prompt already. It's a skirt. I mean, it's a kilt, not a skirt, just so you know. But yeah.
Oh, see, he slipped.
Shut up. And I'm also been drinking wine now because my heart's not going to explode. So that's fun. Red wine because it's not going to explode. So that's good. But yeah.
Oh, my God. He powerbombed him into the edge. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he's very fucking.
It's his burden to bear as to his own health concerns, but there was
I basically,
there was some
long story
issues this
short,
weekend.
I said I called my folks and told them I loved them, and I sent Jake Knight too. I said, hey, just in case, like, not to be dramatic, but here. And then I fucking got a bunch of text messages from a bunch of fucking relics like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Long story short, my heart was like, lol, you're gonna go, and I'm like, no, B. So anyway, it's fine.
He survived out of spite for Resolution, everybody. That's what you take away from this.
Yeah, or I survived because I stopped taking stupid medication that was prescribed to me that's fucking obviously not working properly. Anyway, so me and Rex been wanting to fight for a long time, but let's face facts. I do OCW and Rex is lazy. So we never had the time for adequate build, and you people don't know how to read, so having just a text-based build is not gonna do shit. So he was like, are we going to fight today, this at Lucian? I'm like, I guess. So we kind of went with it, and then I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit. So anyway, long story short, Tony was asking about, hey, Tony made the mistake of saying, can you recommend anybody for, and I'm like, are you fucking, like, no, I don't know what the fuck. He's like, yeah, everyone I've talked to is busy. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens. You're fucking late. Fuck, like, no, get out of my face. So, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? He had the role play the thing with Quartz, and like that's that kind of like. So the thing is, the original.
But he had been writing every week before that.
Yes, but the original,
sure.
exactly. So he's been present, but he hasn't been building anything, more or less. He was like, he didn't have a plan. He just kind of felt like just fall into it relic wise. Anyway, so what happened is that basically he submitted a video also that precursed this whole thing that I'm sure he's going to use later on. But I'm like, this video doesn't work because this video, like, if you look at it from the dichotomy of, okay, I'm supposed to be the bad guy, cool, and he's not. So, like, him doing me a favor doesn't make any sense. But Kareem is, not always on the up and up. He's, he's a little east, a little west. So it's fine. So the premise is, as Tony mentioned, about the front line, about them getting fucked over, and about that having Quartz back and all that stuff like that. Yeah, it's impressive, right? So I'm like, that's a good thread to go with. So like, while Tony might not be my biggest fan, Kareem can agree that fuck Rex, and Tony's like fuck Rex because he helped destroy the front line. So like, it's killing two birds with one stone. So that's why I did it that way. And then as far as me like gassing myself up, yeah, I did fight Jim and I did fight Nate and I did beat both of them. But that's pretty much where it ended. Like I me and Rex probably deserve a better feud, so we're gonna like try to fucking work it out and fight later on, I suppose. But
spoilers,
I guess. Fuck you. Whatever. Maybe
no,
not.
It's fine. I mean, it would be cool to see you duck him for a while and then it come ultimately.
But at the end of the day, all I gotta tell you is the betting said otherwise, because the betting was first of all, it was like, lol, fuck Jay, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, Jay might win. So yeah, eat a dick. I'm not bad at the game, but watching Rex and Tony, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have some problems. Because while I can do what Tony does, not necessarily against Rex. So it's like, ugh.
Oh no, you would have died for sure.
Don't. Oh, you're doing
You
it
would've
again.
died.
You're doing it
No,
again.
no,
Don't
no,
do that.
it's
No. You are.
I generally told you if there are inanimate objects, Rex does not lose. Like again, it's only Tony. Tony's again one of the greatest, right? So again, you would have died like really bad.
Oh my god. Either
You
way,
would've, like if it was a regular match, it's just you, Alistair, and Greg.
You have
you have
to
a chance.
stop. You have to stop.
Dave, I'm
Oh
confused.
my god.
The betting agreed with me clearly. Right? We didn't think it was like a.
The betting shot up to me, and then once it went to Tony, then it was like that, like whatever it was. So just oh my god. You see, Jake. You know what? It's fine. I'm going to kill him now. I'll kill him in the future, and it's gonna be your fault. It wasn't ducking. It was a calculated risk.
All right.
You say ducking, but I say this. I got a future Hall of Famer, a match of night candidate match.
That's what I said. That's why I literally said the only saving grace for this is that I got Tony.
The only saving grace. Fuck you.
You're fluffing yourself up crazy right now while I'm watching Rex and Antonio Everett reverse every major move that they try to do.
It was a banger.
Yeah, that's why
I think you're focusing on the wrong thing.
No, that's why I said you're welcome. So enjoy the match. So you won't call me a coward. Go fuck you. Yeah, no, that's how I work. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. It was a great match.
You were injured. You should have fought.
Exactly.
You are a coward, but not tonight.
Stop it. Moving on.
You're Nagi.
Question. I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what the fucking voice is. I don't even remember who said that.
I'm excited. Junko said it earlier. If you give me some seeds that I don't know where it's going, I'm even more interested.
Oh my god!
I thought it was your little loser ass alt, and then I'm like, no, you would.
I know everybody said that in VP.
You wouldn't frame it like this. Yeah, you would. This is not you.
This is disgusting because first of all, you're siphoning off attention from this person who is doing this super weird kind of
I don't know what the fuck
thing that we have to dive into. What's the code? And you're making it a me problem. Why don't you go fuck yourself and just engage with the content for once?
Who
no, I think this is cool. Like I love vignettes. When you guys do vignettes, I'm stressing out for 5 weeks on who this person is. Like when Brosif was, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Right. So this is cool. It seems like it's kind of a darker character, so that'll be interesting as well too. I thought the question marks. I always think of your little loser character. So. That's why I thought, but then I'm like, no, you wouldn't kind of like. Why are you taking? You wouldn't.
I fucking love that Junko calls fucking Victor Carmine his little loser character. That is fucking beautiful. This is
an unsafe work environment, Jay. I should not have shown up to this podcast.
We'll talk about the Jake first later. But yeah, it's cool. I think it's interesting. I generally don't know what is going on or what I'm looking at, but again, it's going to be interesting just to get to know this character better. So again, cool, good stuff. Again, we got stuff on Lucian, so I can't complain.
Anyone want to add anything else? We can move on.
We move on.
Okay.
I'm excited to see it. Keep up the good work. If you're listening and you made this and you think nobody's paying attention, this is the kind of shit that gets people to pay attention. We're not going to jump for joy and tell you that like we want to suck your dick right now. But these are the seeds that are planted. So when the reveal happens, AC fucking Cobra style, then we all pop. So continue to plant those seeds. This is what is the most important part of getting over is the early stages.
So
that's all I got.
So we got the Junko thing match. So first of all, shout out to fucking the former OCW champion for ruining this match because it was. I was surely
he really ruined it. He really did.
Really? No. But
he really did.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. Jay, if you notice, I noticed it incorrectly in the Rival and Sheldon match, and then in the tag match I didn't. And then this one I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it at all. So once you brought it up, I was like, oh shit. So yeah, so you ruined it, and good for you. I enjoyed the match, but now it's ruined. So I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. Like I don't know how to feel because I really enjoyed this match. But to be fair, the reason it's so high up is because the John Carter match referenced it. Well, we referenced it in commentary, so it was like fuck. But I thought it was a great match until you ruined it with your actual correct. Russ Cole cheating allegation. It's not even an allegation, it's fact. So We have three. What you call it? At Lucian. I don't know how to feel. Like Junkie's like you shouldn't let FPR destroy a match, but I don't think it destroyed it. But it's like fuck. But no, I enjoyed the match. And he still won. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this match. It was like, for example, it was like 4 stars for me. So now it's like maybe 3 or 3.5, maybe probably 3, because I don't know how to feel. But it was the build was super great. The fucking Japanese thing that you were talking about that you actually got to do popped me huge, because I know you were fussing about that, and you did it, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Wrestling.
I enjoyed the afterbirth of it as well. For shoot, me and Jay got emotional. Like Junko's my favorite character, not because I like you as a person, because I do, unfortunately, but like
he likes Asian women.
Fuck.
And his wife's getting a little old these days.
First of all, fuck yourself. Second of all,
why don't you keep going, boss?
I was, but you're gonna try to be fucking. You're trying to be.
Rex unlock you?
A little bit. Stop cheesing and fucking using backstab. Anyway, fucking deviant. So a lot of MMO references in like 1 second. So I'm good at that shit. A lot of MMO references.
The backstab.
Yeah, backstab. No, like the Junko character, like. All right, this is gonna be a weird. Little,
oh, he's fucked up. He saw the chat. Imp is here. You're fucked now, brother.
No, Boo's fine.
Come
she knows
on,
what's
focus
up.
On the story.
I am. That's what I'm saying. With Junko, it's like you. So a lot of people try to have like emotion in their character, like you want to care about their character, and not to be rude, but a lot of times for me it does not resonate. With Junko's stuff, it like you understand why Junko's an asshole. Like all this horrible shit has happened to Junko. It's like now you know why Junko is like a bully or a dickhead, etc., etc. So like you get it. So like when the whole thing when the match started, it was like big stare down, like go fuck yourself, I'm gonna beat you. And then at the end it was like give me a hug. It's like no, fuck you. And then she's like oh Nichan. Like me and Jake lost our shit. We lost our shit, bro. We lost it. Like that's like I said, more character development as when we come back. Like it's just Junko's a phenomenal character, and you understand like not like Junko is going to make like that weird like not face but not heel turn where he's like oh it's Junko, so it's gonna be some shit. And I see you trying to be cute with like all the tag teams in the women's division. Here, spoiler, there's not a tag team champion for women. Fuck you. You're not getting. We don't need another championship, so you can fuck that Sky High.
I don't understand why not.
But if y'all wanna fight each other, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But we're not adding more fucking stupid championships. I'm tired of championships. Get out of my face. But yes, I enjoyed the match, even though Brian correctfully ruined it because fucking Russ Cole broke FPR. Good match, good storytelling, good character development. The whole shebang bang, shaboing boing. Jim, take it away because I'm rambling and M staring at me. Also, Brian, the next cup is not a championship, by the way. It's not a championship.
Oh.
We'll get there. Who is next?
Yeah, but
I said Jim.
I got it. You know,
I said Jim.
All right.
Oh, let Jake.
All right, fuck it, Jake.
Oh, he's busy. He's at the buffet. I love this story so much that it made up for that FPR break. Because Jay, you know, we call
I didn't notice
we call so many matches. We have called so many matches over the last 8 years, and every time an FPR break happens, I pick up on it right away. So it was very funny that on this show, you picked up on an FPR break that wasn't an actual FPR break, and I didn't even pick up on an FPR break that was an actual FPR break. And I'll be honest with you, Samson broke FPR by trying to hit an early finisher in the tag match.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch it either.
Yeah.
So, but the quality is shining through, and I think Jamil said something when we were at the town hall that has stuck with me. That like, don't let something like that lose the rest of the joy. Don't let it drag everything else down. So I've taken that to heart because I've always been the loudest, most annoying, obnoxious piece of shit
You're
ever.
not wrong.
Just in general, but especially when it comes to rules. So I did not let that happen here, even when Brian pointed out the early FPR break, because the story was tremendous. And I know that Russ didn't notice it and Junko didn't notice it. And even if they did, it's not a huge deal. So let's get that to the side now and talk about the content of it here. This package was tremendous. It was New Japan crazy. it was like it was structured in such a way, because I only watch maybe 3 or 4 New Japan shows a year, and it was so coded to that. It was so perfect to the culture. This is what I appreciate about Junko as a character, and it's why some of these characters, especially the diverse ones, get over so much, is because the handlers are willing to commit to the culture. They're not just trying to cop off of it to get like the I'm a Joshi, so cheer for me because I'm a Joshi. They really commit to the culture, to the background. They try and make everything as legitimate as possible. When I was working with Junko, I made it my mission too. And like anytime we're tying in any of the backstory stuff, I want to be as very genuine as possible and pay respects to what we're doing here. And I think that's what this whole story pays homage to. Obviously, Kameo has such a rich history in OCW already, so to find out that Junko has ties to her was such a crazy revelation, especially as it came off the back of Kameo's turn with cutting the hair and going to the mask instead. We see her eyes now. She's already got her own evolution going on, and then Junko's like, no, you don't get to do another evolution. I've had enough of your bullshit. I'm going to call this out right now. And it was perfect timing. I love the match. I love the story so much. I can't put it over enough. I just wish that I made better friends that didn't break FTR.
Tell them. It's funny because I went back to go double check, and shout out to fucking Brian for like, oh, Cass didn't see it. Cass is at work. That's why he didn't see it. Yeah, no, I saw the second Tojiro.
If he wanted to see it, he'd see it. Oh, but thank you, Brian.
Whatever. But no, I caught it. Yeah, it was yellow. Hitting it turned her orange. And I looked at it, ooh, we both missed it. We were just so engrossed in the match. Good for you, engrossed.
I had to clip it. When he said it, I was like, what? I clipped it because I'm yelling, Tojiro!
Yeah, you're fucking in the zone.
I'm standing up in my studio, like stomping around. I did not see it.
So you know where I'm looking.
I don't think it's that big a deal.
No, I was looking at Cameo's thing, and that's why I was like, oh, it's like, oh no, yeah, no. Sometimes you miss shit. Whatever. Anyway, who's
it's only
next?
a big deal because the cheater won.
Yeah, that's stupid. No,
Jimmy's next.
Jimmy, go for it.
So I really did enjoy this match. Great story. You guys have touched on a lot of this stuff, so I'll be brief.
Oh, I love this entrance.
The entrances and the hype. I like the hype package a lot. I think Junko did a lot of attention to detail in the whole thing, and did a great job on kind of continuing that story. The match was really good. It was unfortunate what happened, but I didn't even notice it in the moment until it was pointed out. So, and normally I'm pretty sharp hawk-eyed on FPR breaks.
Yeah, none of us fucking caught it.
So
you know what? Say what you feel, because we like Russ Cole and we didn't see it. We chose not to see it because we like.
Well,
no,
maybe
we're fucking old and blind.
What are you talking about? I fucking hate Russ Cole. I would go to any length to call him out.
The fact that you didn't just start squealing.
But anyway, the ending was a nice little twist. Junko is a confounding character in good ways for the most part. In terms of like their motivations and their actions. I feel like they're dynamic and they change. But overall, I want to see what Kameo does with this win. Like, she lost to Zagana, she beat Junko now. She got some momentum, so we'll see what she does.
What I want to know is who is the handler to Kameo Hata? That's a joke strictly for Anthony Baker and nobody else. Yeah, I mean, just tremendous work. I had something I wanted to say, but I forgot about it, so I'll get back to it.
It happens when you get old. Okay, so is Junkie left?
Oh, right! I figured it out! Right. The line of the night, my favorite line of the night. And Junko, I don't know if this was intended, but when I was like looking at the sheet before the match for the Sigs and Fins, you hit the Chimeraplex, which is the Joshi Road, and you immediately pulled it into the Joshi
Junko's
Mountain.
Fucking mountain, yeah. Good
Junko's
like
Mountain. That. So I said, at the end of the Joshi Road, you gotta climb Junko's fucking mountain. The only F-bomb I dropped, and it didn't end in a 3 count. So you're a failure for not letting that end in a 3 count.
Yeah, you're right. You should have done it. Hi, Brian Jordan. Can you hear us? Can we hear you?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hello.
Am I kicked out?
He asked, no, you're not kicked out. He asked if you could join today, and I was like, because yesterday I was asking people because you said no and Junkie said they're busy, so like I was scrambling to find any Caucasian to fill in the slot, and there was nobody.
No, you found Adam.
Yeah, no, yeah, but eventually he showed up at
There's
the end.
There's whites everywhere,
This
Brian.
guy look. So
Yeah,
he's like,
ample
he's like, I want a reserve night too. I'm like, that's not gonna happen, motherfucker. But I add you in as a guest at least at some point. So I want to make sure I get it before, because we're about to wrap. We're not about to wrap it up, but close to wrapping up. So all right, we're done with Junkie and stuff. You got anything to add, Junkie, or no?
No, I have not. I have not gone yet.
You can go. I'm sorry.
No, I thought Brian.
Oh, you know what? If you want to add Brian, go for it.
I just think Russ Cole is a cheater.
He's just gonna bark.
And if Junko would have answered me, I never would have said anything. So I'm glad I ruined the match for you.
That's crazy.
No, it was I felt bad because in hindsight, I was like, damn, I probably shouldn't have said anything.
Don't feel bad.
Because like no one noticed it, and then everyone was like, oh, yo, it did happen. Like,
don't feel bad.
Yeah. But it was a great match and a great hype package. The record should do a no contest because that's not a real win. Fuck you, Kameo.
I don't know about all that, but no, you're right to call it out. Like none of us noticed it because we were so engrossed, and that happens. So whatever, it is what it is. Junkie, you may speak on this travesty now.
I went. So when Brian said something, I went back to the
to
video.
Go look at it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, he did break it, right? So at the end, I like to watch the match like maybe 4 or 5 times, and like see little things that I can edit and add. Obviously, you saw me like.
You should edit that out like a snitch.
Yeah, no, that would have been horrible.
Yeah, it would have been very horrible.
So yeah, I saw it. I'm like, oh shit, but like it doesn't hurt the match in any way. So like it is what it is. So I wasn't really too mad. It was fun. It was kind of, I was struggling to find a feud going into freaking Lucian. So I'll pull back the whole thing. Jay asked me, he's like, hey, what are you doing for Lucian? I'm like, oh, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, well, like, there's something interesting going on. I'm like, you know what? Honestly, I kind of want to do this. I messaged Emp, and she's like, oh, you should probably tell a story, like a Tog, like something Tog related. I'm like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. So I go, I'm like, Rex, what are you doing? Sorry, Rust, what are you doing? He's like, honestly, I was going to message you too. I'm like, oh, okay, this is perfect. Let's go. So yeah, that was really, really what it is. In terms of it, like Rex kind of took the wheel. I've done a really good job of like kind of just breaking down like who Junko is as a person and her goals and her ambitions and the things that she struggled with. Right. So obviously her biggest hurdle is family. Obviously, struggling with that from all corners. Right. She mentions it with her father who's passed away. Yes, Akita is her god stepfather. For anyone that's wondering, it was cool. Like I wanted to really, really highlight the fact of, and also people, we never really got to tell why Junko joined, why she joined. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you. We're listening, motherfucker.
Did you forget the name of your own faction?
No. Everybody joined. We never really got to tell the story of why, like Tog, how Junko joined Tog and why. I know Melon was very upset because he wanted her to be a babyface stuff, which it'll come. But yeah, I wanted to really just peel back the curtain and just add layers to it, right? I wanted to connect the fact that like the real reason why Junko drew this Puerto Rican bitch into the river was because of her sister, right? So those are really all things I wanted to tie in. When it came to like building for the match, like with the high package, I messaged Jay. I'm like, yo, I don't know if I can pull this off. I messaged Rest. I'm like, yeah, there's something I really want to do, and I'm like committed to it. I told Jake during our little feud, I'm like, yeah, honest, I'm very stubborn when it comes to things that I want to do. Yeah, I'm like very stubborn. So I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna have to like learn. This is my first hype video as well too. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to learn.
Can I break out real quick? You accomplished your requirements. So good job, basically. Without saying I'm proud of you.
High package?
Because when you asked me for help and I gave you like terminology and you're like, what's that? I'm like, oh fuck, you're fucking hosed. Yeah. And then I saw the package. I'm like, oh shit, you did what you wanted to do. Exactly what you did. Like,
yeah.
I was like, good for you, Junko. Good for you. Even the fucking splash for the names. I was like, oh shit, you figured that out. Good for you. So you did.
I had to. Yeah.
Presentation wise, you nailed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kudos to them for the overlay stuff. She's amazing. I literally watched. There's a video. There's specific during Wrestle Kingdom. Just to peel back everybody what we're talking about. Wrestle Kingdom they have hype videos as well too, but they're all like what you saw with Junko and Cam. So they all look like that. There's usually a nasty narrator who like he's really animated. So I really wanted to like bring that in. So I'm glad that hype video took like 40% of my life.
Jiirota Junko.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, I did. The freaking AI doesn't like pick up that stuff specifically, so I had to do that.
You have to do voice.
Yeah.
When I
don't let AI speak for you. Everybody needs the voice.
I comment like I said, oh shit, I told him about that. I was like, hey, he says something like, what the fuck did he say? He's like 60% of my life is gone or some shit like that. Something dramatic.
Literally. I was the editing the hype video was longer than the match or like the post stuff or whatever. Typically, I'm very basic when it comes to editing. I like to just do very simple stuff. I don't like the filters and all that cool stuff. I kind of let the characters' personalities like come through.
Okay,
so like usually Junko, Akita, or Jubei carries the video, right? They're like how they speak and like the delivery kind of carries the video. But outside, hi.
You do audio food?
No. No. Hold on, guys, keep going. No. Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, I didn't order anything. Oh, sorry.
Jamil, my guy.
All right.
Oh, Crony, no, you did not do it now, man.
I'm sorry. But yeah, edit that part out. Edit that part out.
Nope.
Edit that part out.
Nope.
Edit that part out.
Nope.
Wait, we're live, pal.
Edit that part out.
Absolutely not.
Essentially, yeah. So the Jiirotas essentially are the ones that kind of they carry my videos. I don't really like to do all that cool stuff that like Quartz can do or M can do. I just don't do it. It is what it is.
Don't
I think
call me Quartz, you bitch.
Yeah, I don't like to stress about that stuff too much. I'm old and I'm lazy, so I like to be very straight to the point and stuff like that. But yeah, really good stuff. During the match, Russ was really. I guess he was like, okay, well, damn, you've had like 2 match of the year like contenders, so like I can't be crappy. And I was like, you're gonna be fine. Like I'm Junko's a meat tank. You're gonna get off.
He was
Wasn't that fine?
He broke FPR, so
yeah. Well,
you know what it was? It's Samson.
You outperformed him.
It's Samson and Mac's fault. They tainted as well. He's like, I have to stop the FPR, and then he broke it anyway.
Exactly.
That's the I blame them.
I think what he's very hard on himself too as well. Like I think he holds himself to like a really high standard, obviously because you saw it tonight in the tag match. So I think that's really what happened. I knew it was going to be a race to 3 finishers. I could sense it. I think it just got to a point because he was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch video on you, like scout you. I'm like, yo, if you want to beat me, just hit, just make sure I don't hit any of my power moves. I was kind of a mind fuck because I wanted to be very technical and like very Joshi. all my technical moves are like on square. So that was
you're talking about the race to 3 finishes and everything, and I'm watching.
It was
I see
great fucking match.
After the Joshi,
there it is.
Well, there's the illegal fin. But what I'm talking about is you hit the first Junko's Mountain, and you're like, oh, it's just a race or whatever. But the difference between what you're saying and your actual mindset, and I only know this because we played, especially that Road to Glory match. That's when I knew like you're a star. But you immediately change targets to Greg, and you're like, I'm going to taunt this motherfucker right now. Like it's the little things that'll get you down. And FPR is not a little thing. So 10-year veteran Russ Cole, maybe do better. Maybe review the handbook a little bit.
I want to fucking fight Junko so badly, and I can't. It bugs me.
Why would I do?
No,
you mean like
yeah, one of
you mean like
no. He doesn't. That's you know what? When somebody says that, I feel the same way. I don't think nobody wants to fight you. Everybody just wants to work with you.
I have
you're a
two views in mind. One I can't do because this fucking bitch is overpowered, and the other one is because this bitch is on PS4. I'm PS5.
Please fight your wife. I would love for the breakup angle to happen.
Oh no, I'm
don't have to deal with this on commentary.
I would never,
bro. We've talked about. We're going to talk about it later. But matches where we have to do commentary and Imp is in the ring.
Listen,
it's a nightmare.
You need to stop. You need to stop.
I'm mad.
Anyway,
I'm also. This is my last point. I'm mad that no one picked up the fact that she talked about like the Joshi like video tape and like I incorporated it in my entrance. God damn.
I did. I
Jake
said it
brought-
during the entrances.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we can move on now.
I
from the
talked
fucking-
about the tape trading, and I said
Yeah.
tape trading is over.
I'm sorry.
We can move on
See,
from the
this
junkie
is-
self-flagellation
I do my
hour.
best.
Moving on.
I'm a professional.
Moving on because
Fuck.
Brian has to eat, so we have to move on. We have Age of
Oh, thanks,
Anarchy. So no, you're welcome.
Fuck him and his food.
It's not
Oh, I
nice.
love
That's-
this video.
that's
This
not
is
nice.
good.
So
I love this video.
I'll say this: Ray's ain't here to hear it, but I love his voice. His cadence is excellent, by the way. Apparently, we're not on the same page because they made mention that these guys aren't around, but they were on night one. So I look, you know what, rookie. When you're a rookie, you get so much leeway. It's fine. So the content of itself is fine. The only issue I would have is maybe fix something with Hawk's audio. I mean, whatever speech, and I like the concept of what the fuck are these guys called? It's Insurrection, but now it's
Insurrection.
Age of Anarchy, right? So
No, they're insurrection stuff.
they're Insurrection, but they also say paid for by Age of Anarchy, so that's kind of like it doesn't matter. At the end
That's
of the
the
day,
company behind them.
I like these guys.
They're corporately bad.
I like these.
The OCW AI pack.
If this was old OCW,
I
I'd
was
be
gonna pay for Marissa's entrance last night.
if this is old OCW, I'd be so
Sure.
happy for them. But the issue is that like they're gonna feud with SDC, and SDC is gonna fucking murder them. So that makes me sad. But other than
I
that,
don't agree.
you don't. It's fine. You can not agree. We it's fine. We can all disagree. But I like this package. I like that they showed themselves at Lucian because it's important, especially our biggest show of the year. So kudos to them. I like this idea. I like this concept. I like this little feud that's brewing. So it should be fun. So whoever wants to chime the fuck in because I know we got a lot of
No,
people
that's
with
it.
that shit.
That, exactly what you said. This is the kind of initiative you
Yes.
take. If
Where's
doing
Vegas Suzuki?
I had other things I wanted to do for
Yeah,
this
you're-
weekend, but I had too many other things to go. But you don't have any bandwidth. You don't have matches. You don't have things to do. This is how you
I have
get over.
no
it. This is
bandwidth.
where it starts. This is where it starts. Go back to like Lucian 14. Go. Oh my God. I'm remembering. I think it was the Clash when Imp first joined, and she had that video that was yelling at FloJo, and I went, "Oh my God, this person gets it," and they immediately are going to go crazy. And now here we are, 6-7 years later, and I don't want to talk about it until we get there. But she's doing well.
Okay.
I think it's a perfect bridge segment. Like when they
Yeah,
sat
but
there
we
and
got to talk
said-
about AC Cobra first.
no,
Oh,
let
that's so
him
true.
get your idea off. Go ahead, Brian. You haven't spoken.
Well, Reza said, he didn't know. I think it was Reza. It wasn't Asher.
Yeah.
He said he didn't know that they didn't do anything, but in reality, that still played up to the fact that they were in DC, Southern Dirty Cash wasn't. So like that
Tell
was
them.
kind of just like a subtle thing that added to the benefit of their segment. Like, oh, they're scared to be there because they're doing something else. So it's like it was cool. Like you didn't have to say,
Yeah.
oh, we didn't even know.
And they
It's-
were last night. So if you're
I
working
saw-
with somebody, you should definitely communicate.
But you see, this is the thing. You guys think there's no communication, and you're wrong. There was
Yeah,
communication.
don't say you
I think
guys.
the way
Hey, you
that
guys.
it was interpreted was different than the way that it was placed out there. If you get what I'm saying,
Okay,
there was
well,
the
the
idea.
critique can change
So,
then. It's not that
yeah.
you didn't communicate, but the communication wasn't effective enough.
I
So
think,
at the end of the day, it's the same thing.
But it's still nothing
think
that
what-
bad. Like it's not. the end of
Yeah,
the
I
world,
agree. I
though.
didn't
I'm
even
like-
notice it until Cass pointed it out. So
I'm
you were
with
right.
I'm with Brian. Like I think if you just watched, because Jay was pretty critical of SDC last night, which was kind of weird. I think this promo kind of tied them
I just saw it.
together, right? Like it tied them together, and obviously they are feuding, right? So like it made sense to do it. I think it was cool that again, obviously this is Razor's hometown, so it made sense. I think they did a good. If there was some sort of kerfuffle, they did a good job of hiding it. If nobody had said anything, I don't think it would have.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was just that one
Yeah.
line. It just ran
Yeah.
across the screen
So-
where it was like,
Yeah.
we came here, Southern Dirty Cash, you're not here. No promo, no words, no nothing. That was really the only
Yeah.
thing that was a disconnect. So
Yeah,
other
I
than
don't-
that,
I don't think- yeah, I
if
don't-
nobody pointed it out, like you said, I wouldn't have noticed it.
Yeah, and to be fair, it was an interview, right? Like the little loser from the whatever sports network was interviewing them about Bama, right? So it wasn't necessarily a
Sure.
promo per se.
Oh,
These
that's a
ones,
good point. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why it's really not that big of a deal. They're probably gonna die, but I'm enjoying this new tag team. I kind of want to just put over the tag team division. I like the fact that we're getting new teams and we're also getting like interfeuds that either weave and stuff. It's going to be interesting who gets to take out Lobby. So that's going to be fun. But like I enjoy the fact that like there's real estate is being built in the tag team division. That's the best part about this whole feud, is that it has nothing to do with titles, right? Yes, obviously SDC has a win over the tag champs. So does Temple of Boom, right? So, well, yeah, the former champs, right? So again, everybody really has. There's two tag teams that have stake on the claim of the titles now. So it's going to be interesting. But like, I like the fact that we're doing stuff, and it's all interconnected, and it's for the growth of the division. That's the best part.
I'll say before we move on.
Yeah, Click Baby as well too. I'm not going to forget them.
I'll say before we move on, I think more so than looking at it from a macro division standpoint, like, oh, there's more people in the division. I think it's always a good sign, and I'm looking at Reza specifically, for rookies, for people that have not made their footprint in OCW to take this kind of initiative. That's what I am most excited to see. And they did the same thing when we were in Atlanta, and they did the spray painting on the side of the city building or whatever. They're making an effort to get over, which was I'm happy to see, because it was concerning that Alex Asher, Jacob Hawk, was super into it with his conglomerate of AI people at the beginning of the year. And then like maybe a week or a month after the season started, he just fucked off. And now we don't have Damian Bourne. Like he's fucking gone. Mystico's fucking gone. Asher's fucking gone. And so to see this is an inspiring thing to be like, okay, you know, maybe there were some things at hand, but there is an effort being made going forward, because I was very disappointed that I thought we were going to have a lot of good shit in the early season, and it just puttered out.
I love your optimism.
Okay, moving on.
Yes, I said that, Cass.
Moving on, we have the Cobra and Gabe match,
My God.
aka the make a lot of people broke match. Package was solid. When I saw the match time, it was 8 minutes. I was like, oh no. But
8 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, but
what are we supposed to think?
Yeah, but you know what? With that amount of time, it was super duper solid. It was one and done, which is why I didn't go super long. But like, I think, like I said, now that the stability is fucking disintegrated or whatever, we have like a top heel in this fucking idiot in 20. It's weird. It's really weird, and I don't know what to say. Like the presentation for both was great. The match was like nothing like phenomenal, but it was a good match. And I just fucking it's Cobra is not awful. It's crazy. I don't know where was this Cobra when he was getting murdered by fucking Quartz. Where was this Cobra when he was fucking?
He never has been. He wasn't awful in that match. I almost lost that match.
Nah.
Does Jay not understand? Anyways,
you build this shit up in your head. That's how it goes.
Oh my God. Wait for my turn.
Oh my God. You know what?
I'm closer involved here, so go ahead.
Since he's the most disappointed and lost the most
money. Because I knew everything, right, Mike?
No. Since he's the most disappointed, he lost the most money. Brian Jordan, you can go first.
Dude, gambling on OCW just is not a good fucking thing for me, man. Like a lot of the people I believe in just look at me and say, "Yeah, dog, I ain't got it in me tonight." But nah, man, I think like to a certain degree, I know I'm sure he was probably a little bit serious, but like when Cass was sitting there saying, you know, like this was potentially a main event level feud, I think that is it's very true. Like this is one of those things where like at an anniversary or at probably any other pay-per-view, depending on what's going on, this is your main event. Like this is such a moment to where like either guy.
So to cut you for a second, for real quick, and then you can go back. Like for night one, there was a conversation where it was like it was you, it was the chamber, and it was this. And we wound up whittling it down, and then we got to where we got to. But yeah, so it was a thing, but like it didn't really win. But it like you said, if it was a different event, most definitely. Now may you continue. I apologize.
Yeah, definitely should have been me. But anyways, you know, the one thing that, and like honestly, how the match went, I think is honestly really perfect, because it showed that Gabe, in a way, he was on Cobra's level, but like Cobra had that split second choice where it's like, nah, fuck you. I'm not going to hit you with anything. I'm just going to hit my finisher. And to see it get one and done, just, you know, there's so much that Gabe can build off of it where like, all right, dude, you are at the biggest stage in your career. How do you handle it moving forward? You know, And then now Cobra, like you said, with Parca now disintegrated, this dude he's at the top of the world. Like, if I'm Max Edwards, Godspeed, brother, because there's this slithery fucking Eddie Ramos, hanging around. And it's like, it's perfect because Cobra, for whatever, I don't believe this revisionist history. He was not always shit,
bro.
From 2K19 to 2K25, the games have fucking completely flipped to where now anyone who could have been a jobber back then can absolutely be one of the top handlers. While although I should have been the main event again, Cobra has showed that he is on that level now to where, yo, this dude is world champion. That's insane. Like the switch up on how like where he went from to where he is now is so amazing that like probably in a wrestling brain, like this is the best outcome to have Gabe, be that underdog who has to rebuild afterwards.
Well, what happens with that, right?
Was there. What happens? Cobra wins the world title, and next year at Lucian 20 they main event.
No, but you know what happens now.
Wow.
Gabe.
Nobody's main event.
No, you know what should happen now. Gabe, you're a loser. You lack precision. Like that. It's right fucking there.
Yeah,
it's right fucking there.
That is right there. That's nice. I like that.
I'll wait for my turn. I'm gonna expound on that.
Go ahead, Brian.
But at the end of the day, there was a few, in my opinion, for some of the things. I do feel like there were some hiccups on Cobra's end in some of his promos. But at the end of it, the job got done that needed to be done to where now this dude is at the top of the world, and anything is for his taking. I love Gabe unconditionally, and I should have been the main event.
Is that the crux of your thesis here?
Yes.
I don't know about
night two, bro. Get over it.
The conversation I had with Brian.
Well, because of cast.
So Brian joined the conversation.
He's such a needler.
So the Brian Jordan conversation was hilarious because he didn't cry about it. He was like, "I'm just saying that the optics might be a little."
Yeah, I know your favorite white guy getting both main events.
Weird. I wonder who else told you that this was a bad idea because of optics. I wonder who that could have been.
Wasn't you, motherfucker? Because I fucking.
Yes, it was.
You are a white. You're white and lying is crazy. Anyway, moving on.
Are you kidding me? You don't want to do this game because I have receipts.
Is it Junko or Jim next?
Up to you. Jim gonna go or me?
Jim go.
Fucking degenerate.
Fuck you.
All right.
I almost died, motherfucker. Leave me alone.
First, yes, I hope you're all right.
I'm fine. Go ahead, Jim.
Now that we've got that out of the way, we know that our fearless leader is healthy and happy, and maybe happy. Happy is very loose term.
Oh my god. Go ahead, Jim.
AC Cobra won me a bunch of money. Thank you. AC
I fucking bet, dude.
Yeah.
I bet he did.
Yes, he did. Oh, oh man, I've been playing AC Cobra. I know he's getting good. So I knew that there was a good chance that he was going to beat Gabe, and he did what he had to do. I enjoyed their feud. Obviously, having known Mr. Cobra as long as I have, like even outside of OCW, I hope he's successful. And this is good stuff, and I want him to keep it up. Keep his momentum up because he's really got lightning in a bottle right now.
He does, yes.
He really does. And he's honestly, like, in as far as his stick competency, it's really high now. It's not. I'm not going to say he's like in the upper echelon, but like he's really. I feel like he's really good at this point. So like he's got that.
So nuts.
Yeah. So there's that. I think for Gabe, this is an opportunity for him to like kind of go lick his wounds and figure out what's next. The match being short was actually a breath of fresh air because we had a couple of slogs, and they were good matches, but like there were some longer matches on this card.
Yeah.
So when you kind of interchange it with like one of those matches, it's like, 8 minutes and we're finished, whatever, you know what I mean? Like that. It's like, oh, okay. Like that came and went. It kind of shifted through my mindset a little bit. So I appreciated that about the match as well, because there were, like I said, a lot of longer stuff. And you know, the diabolical entrance from AC Cobra where he's wearing the Eddie Ramos mask was absolutely funny. He wore the red, white, and blue to be like which to me is so funny because like he's clearly the bad guy. Yes. No. But it's not only just being Canadian. It's being the bad guy, but in your mind, you are the good guy, right?
Yeah, you're right.
It's
That's
that like psychology that like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I am the hero of this story, even though he's clearly not. You know what I mean? Like that's where,
but he's so committed to it that he feels he should be. You're right.
Exactly. If you tell yourself something enough, like, you know, that's the whole thing in wrestling. That's what people like come out and believe because you tell yourself.
I got my job as commentator.
Exactly. So, you know, I feel like that was kind of an underrated part of it. Like he really in his presentation, and for me, it killed it. And I liked Gabe's stuff too. Like he had he tried to look like the, you know, we'll call it the white meat baby face, right? Like, and he did his job, but in the end, he couldn't come back. And big win for Cobra. Big stuff ahead. I hope for both. You know, I think that both of them have the opportunity at this point to spread their wings, and world's their oyster.
Fair enough. Junkie.
So before I go, I'd like to let you guys know that me and the handler of Eddie Ramos / AC Cobra have made up, so we're not beefing anymore.
Oh my God, you're beefing? Okay.
How did that happen?
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Is this some lore that we don't know about? Why are you beefing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, we were beefing because he pulled the wool over my eyes and he said he was Eddie Ramos for almost a year and a half.
Everybody.
I feel like in this party, you are the least person that should be upset about that.
Oh, exactly. Jake was upset more than once.
This is,
wait. Jake and Jim have both known him for a decade.
You guys are
really mad.
Maybe you guys were upset. I didn't get over it until recently.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Okay.
Jake didn't get over it.
Having a 4. Yeah, I guess we're different then.
I distinctly remember. Sorry to cut you off.
We are built different.
I distinctly remember, Junko, a side conversation with Jake during commentary that soured him on commentary because someone said, "Oh, you knew about Cobra," and he got upset about it.
Yes.
Like legit, he got shoot upset. He got shoot upset about it.
I am still about it. I've told AC Cobra about this.
I'm glad.
There is somebody in the ether that thinks I masterminded the whole Eddie Ramos AC Cobra.
Yeah,
yes. And they told me I'm genuinely fucking not happy with that person.
So rather than saying no, I didn't, and moving on, he shoot upset, and that popped me huge. Like he's just upset.
That's crazy.
Yes, he's still upset about it. Continue.
Yeah,
Jake,
so we're good. We're good now. We're back to being best friends.
Great. Fantastic.
It was very like we were going really back and forth about like the whole that dichotomy of AC and how he wanted to reintroduce him to everybody. So it was really interesting to see him do that and implement that the last maybe 8 weeks. So it's been pretty good. I told him like, yeah, you have to really make sure everybody hates you, right? And I think he's done a really good job of that. I think he was kind of, not to expose him, but he was kind of like he didn't like the fact that Gabe was the favorite. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I agree. Yeah, you guys are equal on the stick, so it is what it is. The fact that he was training with Jimmy was probably a smart thing to do.
That's probably the best thing you could do, honestly.
Yeah, Jimmy and Jimmy,
as annoying
Jimmy Mellon,
as it is. Oh my God, bro.
Jimmy Mellon and John are the ones to train with because they love just playing the game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if
Mellon
does,
they also show you how incompetent.
Well, yeah, loving playing the game is. I don't think that's right.
For Mellon, no, but everybody else.
Mellon is
wanting to refine your craft is one thing, but it's a job. It's not something you enjoy doing.
Oh, he actually did the Hakata elbow. This motherfucker.
He did. He's committing to the bit.
What I love the greatest thing about like this character or this handler is he's a sponge. He pays attention, right? That was the biggest thing. I think that's why the Swerve got over so well, is because he pays attention. So I love the fact when I knew him, like, yeah, he's gonna be amazing, was when Quartz had the promo by the elevator.
Yeah.
And they had the little interaction. I was like, oh, this guy fucking gets this shit. I don't know who orchestrated. I don't know who orchestrates it, but I know
that was a stronger promo versus his other promo.
Yeah, the other ones. I think the other ones.
I knew everything.
Yeah,
Fuck
I
you.
think we we had like high expectations and it probably just didn't hit. So it is what it is.
The second one was good, but
so-
Brian was right. Like
Yeah.
the first one was not as
Yeah,
strong
the-
as it should have been. The second one was
the-
solid.
the very last-
which was a technical issue more than anything.
Yeah,
Fair
that's
enough.
true.
substance-wise.
The very last one.
I love
the
nuance
very
those
last.
maybe discussions.
I think the promo with Gabe, where Gabe kind of just had the dialogue and he kind of just broke down what AC Cobra, the transition from Eddie Ramos to AC Cobra, that was really good. And then the last promo with Quartz and Cobra, where like, I'm like, yeah, this shit's gonna be fire, right? So when this motherfucker leaves the locker room and wearing the Eddie Ramos mask,
Oh my god, Chef's kiss.
dressed up as King from Tekken's version of Okada.
Yeah.
There's an unlockable
Yeah, no,
skin.
we know,
or
we
whatever
know.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that he does that, I'm like, oh, this guy, he understands. So I was like, yeah, the best thing that would happen is for him to win.
You know what's
We've
funny?
been talking so long. This match is
Yeah.
played 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, twice.
The
But
fact-
but you know what's funny?
This is my favorite part right here.
Go ahead.
Right here. This is my favorite part right here, where he's like, no, I'm gonna do some
The
lucha
fake
shit. No, I'm
springboard.
just punching your face 500 times.
When
So,
he jumped over the
Hey,
ropes and just fucking comboed him and then pinned him, I was
Yeah.
like, so
hilarious.
as per usual, I talk shit to most people. So he was like, Cobra goes, you don't get to talk to me right now after you was talking. I was like, listen, first of all, watch your mouth. Second of all, great job. Because I'm like, I'm still thinking this is Cobra from 2012. Because see, Brian was like, oh, this is 2019 Cobra. Like,
Oh,
I remember Cobra from 2011. I remember Cobra when he was fucking around in the family, which was the family from Jacob Trans has been going on for like a decade. So I remember when Cobra was just a faceless jobber from the family and looked like fucking.
He didn't
why are you
compete
why are you
for like
acting-
2 years or something before. After
Yeah, but
he
why are
joined.
you
He
acting
was
like-
just a side character.
Listen,
why are you acting like Eddie Ramos like doesn't hoop?
Eddie Ramos was okay, but like to me, I didn't think he was gonna hoop. But he exceeded expectations. What do you want? Did we get everybody? Can we move on? Are we good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, we're good. I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, sure.
You want it? Go ahead. I'm sure we missed you. Go ahead, Jake. Get it
I
off your chest.
don't have much.
It wasn't
the match was
sarcastic, go for
terrific. It was 8.5 minutes, and we both, like you said, went into it thinking, "Oh no,
yeah,
no."
we did.
And then when we watched it, I was so blown
We're
away
like,
that
yeah,
these
okay.
both of these guys put together. I think one thing I want to point out, in addition to the amazing hype package, which I'm pretty sure Gabe put together, because Cave, I love you, buddy, but that ain't your work.
He did it.
Either way, whoever put the hype package together had so much good shit. I'm gonna have to talk to him later tonight, so fuck you. But so much good shit, so much good archival footage. So it's like giving the history for people who may not have known AC Cobra as he was.
Oh no, Cave did it. You're wrong.
No,
You're wrong.
Jay just said that. Which is good. Because that was his whole criticism to begin with. And that's why when he had that initial promo and he came out and there were some technical issues, I think it's way more about the technical like inexperience than the substance issue. If he had the technical experience, then you wouldn't have had an issue. You would have known that his substance was all there from the beginning. You wouldn't have had to waited for those promos in the later stages. So apologies, whatever. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself, Cave. I'll
He's
kick your
still
ass
mad.
right now.
He was deceived.
That's fine. You can be upset.
I just like that Cass is still his biggest fan.
What I wanted to say is that Gabe is like such a amazing baby face in this whole thing. In this whole build, in this whole thing, he has always been such a great baby face. And he has been the buoy to AC Cobra. Any issues that Cobra has had, whether it's been technical or promo or whatever, Gabe has been the one buoying that in order to make sure AC Cobra looks as good as he does. So I don't want him to get lost in this. Obviously, Cobra's he's not. I'm just pointing it out again. And in this match especially, he came out with his normal entrance, put the fries in the bag. I have to put over his attire. Amazing American flag on one side, the flag on the other side, like
Hungry?
so good. The hungry flag, man, I'm so hungry right now. But
So am I.
but to have the flags on both sides, and he just nonchalant, I'm coming out, I'm gonna have a match, and then Cobra having the big over the top, I'm actually the babyface thing. It really does a good job to pay homage to your feud partner and make everything work perfectly. One finish like the meta, which is what his Styles Clash is, one finish to a fault. I did not think that was going to go that way. When we saw 8.5 minutes, Jay, I thought this was going to be some bullshit where he rolled him up out of the chain wrestling. Like, but I'm so thrilled it wasn't that.
I didn't think that. I was just like, oh, what the fuck happened?
This is a question I wanted to ask. Instead of just talking, I'll ask the panel this because I don't think it's over. What do you think happens if we go into the next pay-per-view and we have a rematch? Because I think there's still room here. I don't think we're done.
So
I think it's done.
I'm cutting you off real quick, Junkie. Sorry.
Okay, go for it.
So in my head, I always think about multiple scenarios. So the first thing I was thinking about, like, first was like, oh shit, like this would be like the guy to maybe fuck with Max, like skill wise.
Yes, I love that.
So that was one idea. Like, I don't see them going another round with Gabe. I actually see Gabe like building like I said, with Gabe, it doesn't even have to be Harris. Like, when I did the impression, I was doing the Harris impression, but I think that we can also, thank you for the sub. Who's that? Oh wow.
Niggas.
I don't know.
I'm not going to say that. I don't think I can say that.
Is it Night
232?
Night 232. I think it's Night.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that.
232. You can't because you're white. But no. So I think I think that the Gabe Cobra thing should be over, but if it's not, it's not. But I think this is the perfect opportunity for a heel. Doesn't necessarily have to be Paul Harris, but I think this is, they both came up on L's. That Gabe would hypothetically, if I was like one of those weird Fed head guys, who was like, good night, boo, was like,
no, I think she's making a joke.
My bad.
Should I let me
position it. My thought.
You're right. I'm
okay,
sorry.
so like, not doesn't have to be Paul Harris, but I see this as Gabe making the promo like, oh hey, I came up short, whatever, but I'm gonna still like whatever, and then someone comes out, whatever heel it is. I feel Paul Harris would be like an excellent one, but whoever else like, hey bitch, you suck, and then you have your babyface feud there, and then hey, there's a pay-per-view slot for you, because I think Gabe deserves it, and whoever else feuds with him would deserve it. But honestly, in my like Booker head, it would be perfect for fucking, you're going to talk like you're all that. You came up short to get what, and something mean about precision and surgery, and then it's Paul Harris, but whoever the fuck.
You're right. It would be good. I just wanted to ask, if we go to the next pay-per-view and AC Cobra and Gabe is on there in some kind of step match, would you be like miffed?
I wouldn't be miffed per se, but the issue I have like right now, like I'm not
because
bothering
I wouldn't
anybody
be.
until
I think there's more meat on these bones.
I'm not bothering anybody.
I was gonna answer the question.
Yeah, I'm not bothering anybody until Monday, but honestly, like part of me is like, in my head, I'm like, all right, Max won. So like, where do we go from here? So in my head, it's like, I think C-Note having a run back one-on-one would make sense. But also after Cobra one, I'm like, I think that might be a good, like, oh shit, skill mechanic wise, I think Max has him. I think
he
Max
would get killed.
I think Cobra would be killed against Max. That would be the.
But I thought that about Gabe. So.
But like that's one thing. But like so I don't know. So I gotta check on Monday and see where these people are going. So I've been talking too much. Go ahead,
Jay, before they answer, Jim wants you to add him back to the chat.
Oh shit!
He dropped?
What a sad state of affairs for fucking Jimmy over here. He's texting me too, and I wasn't paying attention. Law.
I don't want it to be done. The reason why.
Okay, fair.
He was the catalyst of breaking up the hottest group in OCW.
Hottest is a stretch, but okay.
They were the hottest group for a good 5 months.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah,
Goosler,
the fact
Goosler has a good point here. Once we're done with this line of questions.
Yeah, literally, I'm reading the exact same thing. So for me, here's my thing, right? How can we just allow him to leave and go about his business? Let's say, okay, even if it's a situation where he gets a title shot, how is he allowed to do what he did? And there's no response.
There's no way. There's no way it would happen.
There's no response.
Right?
There's no response.
It would.
Yeah,
it would happen.
There's no response from PD, and like, you know what I mean. I think there. I thought we were gonna see Deaver tonight as well too.
So can I come back out real quick?
Go for it.
Okay, so
we'll have to give Jim and Brian the stand at some point.
Y'all motherfuckers just keep trading in between yourselves.
I can't shut up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen.
God damn.
Okay, so. First of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, go fuck yourself. So, Cobra, don't do that. Cobra wanted.
He's retired now. Say whatever you want to him.
He's like, fake feminist. It should have been me. Look, at the end of the day, Brian.
I haven't answered his question.
Hold up. At the end, sidebar. At the end of the day, Brian, you now also get the benefit of having a story that we can recall 5 years from now where I fucked you over. So good on you. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Fuck, you made me forget my point. God damn it.
Good. Fuck you.
Oh no.
You were gonna retort. You were gonna retort to Deaver. I don't understand why.
Deaver was a big part.
Thank you, Junkie. So Cave said, "Oh, I want to do a special guest referee." I was like, "Cool, but you need to test it because I'm sure it doesn't work on. You need to use Parca." He's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh boy." So of course they waited till the last minute, tested it, didn't work. So that's why he only came out with him. He wanted Diva to be a special guest referee.
Okay.
I'm glad that they did. I'm glad they didn't do it. Yeah.
I am also glad they did not do that. Yes, this was a much better match.
You say that, but it could have added a special dynamic to the thing because we don't know if Diva
right away.
Hold on, we wouldn't know if Diva was gonna fuck over Cobra or maybe side with Cobra.
Not right away.
Not right away.
So who's next on this? Brian, go because you've been yapping. Go for
it. Thank you. I think it's actually funny because I was kind of on the flip side of this at one point. I don't want them to have an immediate rematch just because, similar to what Jay said, you could have Paul Harris, or you could have someone come slide in and not distract Gabe, because like you could still have Gabe hovering around Cobra where he's like, fuck you, I'm going to get you. But his current attention is on someone else for a match, because I think this is sort of the situation that some people had with the Parca and Max feud when it first happened, where we had the first match, we went into an immediate rematch, and then you kind of get into this weird wiggle room. Like, yes, I know it's not for a title, but I feel like for once we have a story again where organically certain roads could lead for these guys to where their inevitable rematch could be such a big ordeal afterward, to where I would hate to see a situation where, God forbid, even if they built it up really good, we get Gabe versus Cobra at like Anniversary. I don't know what the next pay-per-view is. I don't really care, but you get them at the next pay-per-view, and then Gabe loses. Well, then it's like, well, what does really Gabe have in sense of like, there's no rivalry if I'm 0-2. So at least if you get into that situation where this match, we've seen it, Cobra's veteran instinct fucking snatched him up and won. It's like, let Gabe grow as a competitor and kind of have different, situations where the pressure is on him leading up to this ultimate moment where it's like, okay, I went through the trials and tribulations to get back to you. Now I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And then we have room where afterward, if he wins, hopefully this rematch, okay, we have a trilogy that we can lock and load and do it right after, or we can build it off to another event later down the road. So like, there's still bones on it. Well, there's still meat on the bones, but it does not need to be acted on right now.
That's fair.
I 100% do not think they need to act on it.
So with that,
totally fair.
That's fair, but also with like you say, like if it's at 2-0, then it's kind of like over. But you could still at the very least, because remember this is pro scraps. You can also, like, let's say in some weird instance that it does go 2-0, right? Gabe could then become super duper desperate to get that one, and that's an angle you can go with, like him just being obsessed. He doesn't have to. I'm just saying that's like an idea. Like, if you want to go that way.
I'm saying, why does?
Yeah, we're kind of getting into Reddit territory.
Yeah. Why does it have to be? Why does it have to be? Why does it have to be Gabe and AC Cobra?
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying in this specific instance.
No, what I would do if I was them, it should go from the anger. Like, Deaver needs to be involved. There's no way Deaver shouldn't be involved in this, right? Like, again, he fucked over the group. This is the heart of the soul of the group. I generally said it all season last season, right? The heart of the soul of the group is the tag team champions. Like, those are the guys who kind of were the backbone of this place, right? So one of them pulls the rug out of everybody. He attacks PD, right? Who everybody was like. This unit was universally loved by everybody. So the fact that he does that stuff, okay, if Gabe is taken out of the picture, then it should be AC Cobra and Deaver.
That does make sense. Yeah.
It's a blood. If he's the Max baby, if he's the best baby face right now, you don't need to capitalize that by just rewarding him with Max, right? Let Max do what he's doing, and then if AC Cobra can get out of this whole dissolution with Underground Elite, then he can go towards the title. But I don't think we should just like move away from this beef completely. If you want to move away from,
I don't want to move away from.
I know we're fantasy booking, but I just want to make it clear now.
I don't think it's rewarding. I don't think it's rewarding Deaver.
Listen.
It's a storyline.
It is. But I'm telling you, we're all having fun right now in the story when we can book everything. But I just want to make it clear without giving too much away that the immediate future is not bright for Joe
That's true.
Deaver.
Fair.
So like he's got some stuff as a handler perspective. So
Fair enough.
if it doesn't manifest in the way that it particularly comes to be here, we shouldn't blame any particular
Oh, no one's getting blamed.
groups here.
Nobody's getting blamed.
Yeah,
I know. We're all just having fun here. I just want to make sure that I don't get 3 months from now and people are like, it should have been this way without knowing what's going on. Okay.
Cobra should walk away from this. That's the whole point. Cobra should absolutely, after this, he should be gone. Reinforced. Haha, fuck you. I beat your ass. I wasn't your actual best friend.
They should be chasing him.
Yes. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But the thing is,
I
like,
love
with
the
that,
nuance combos.
With that, though, that's where, like Jake said, you shouldn't get someone months from now saying, oh, it should have been like this, because at the end of the day, you can always touch back on this. Like, this is this is always going to be something that will, yes, it'll always be there for them. So whether, right now, like, they literally, Gabe, not saying that he will or saying Deaver will, they could both disappear for 5 months. And all they have to do when they come back is have like a promo between themselves or a promo with the crowd saying like, I had to lick my wounds. I had to become a better man. But now the time is here to where AC Cobra, we're coming for you. And then Cobra could completely not acknowledge them and just be like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I did what I had to do. See you later, loser. Or Cobra could be like, okay, cool. The chase is on. Like this is something where you have so much room to where I would absolutely want Cobra to not do anything with Deaver, Gabe, PD, like none of them. Like I'm moving forward. I beat your ass at Wrestlution. Your man's just watch me beat your ass. See you later, Underground Elite. I was the Underground Elite.
With this win, I think you're right. If Gabe have won, I think with the next pay-per-view that we have, it would have made more sense for an immediate follow-up. But with Cobra winning, I think it does make more sense for it to temper for a moment.
Get him out. I think Gabe's got to struggle. Gabe's got to struggle like Bullet.
And Gabe's an amazing babyface.
That
so
being
he can fight
said,
anybody he wants.
Anybody else add anything, or can we move on?
That being said, you motherfuckers talk so goddamn much.
You didn't get a chance to talk.
Booted.
You got booted. You didn't get a chance to add anything. You have something to add?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In the words of my dead son,
I'm never gonna eat.
Joe Deaver as special referee, he's not great. Okay, that's the first thing. So,
oh my god,
I liked a lot of the ideas that you guys kind of tossed back and forth. As far as this is concerned, I think there's another component that everybody has kind of not touched on, which is the PD Wheatstraw component to this.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
He definitely plays a part in this, and I'm hopeful to see him in some form of the outcome, involved some way, shape, or form, whether it be directly, indirectly. And I want to see that part of it, evolve as well. But, y'all talked about pretty much everything else. It was one of the most enjoyable matches of the weekend overall. And, I like I said, lightning in a bottle for both of them. They've got to, hop on the ride and keep going.
I think we can all agree, given the production of the package and the entrances and the match, I am so happy that it was good because I thought it was going to be bad.
Yo, we talked about this shit for like 30 minutes, bro. We got to move on.
My god, we were so nervous. We were talking about the card placement. I'm like,
holy shit,
man.
Bro.
Cave, I love you, buddy, and I'm so glad you proved me wrong. But when I loaded up the video and saw 8.5 minutes, I went, "Oh my god, he got buried. This is not good. This is going to be a disaster."
Went hard in the paint for 30 minutes.
But the match was great. The match was so great. Anyway,
Owen got botted too. That's crazy. You got to use short, small sentences, brother. That's the style.
Twitch does not like your paragraph.
Stop using the N word, Liam. We've talked about this. Enough with the N word.
God damn. Hopefully we can wrap it up soon because fuck. All right,
Probably
we have
use the B word, betterness. It's next cup time, baby.
We have the next cup. So Tibby's been talking about this for a minute. I wasn't aware of all of the rules. The collective groan that I heard in Discord popped me huge when it was like, "Oh, just Sensation's choice." Yeah. Oh, sorry, fuck you. I wasn't even aware it was my choice.
Really?
Like, cool. And people were like, kind of like, as soon as they saw it, like fuck you. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's an accolade, right? So,
I think you're projecting a little bit.
I think he's kind of right. It's an accolade, right? It's an accolade that you'd want to win. I want to win it. So yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm saying that like
but the field is already so small.
No, I'm saying he was going through the rules,
I mean,
and one of the rules involved me picking the fucking people, and there was like a weird like noise that I heard rather, and I was like, that's fucking funny.
I'll take it.
No, because you said no champion. You said no champion. You said no champion.
No. I didn't say
world
shit.
champion.
He said that in the rules.
Jay didn't say anything.
The rules are like one of my what you call it. The rules said basically that I picked the people, and I heard like, there was like a
Sensation's
sound.
decision. Everything is Sensation's decision. Why is anybody?
I don't know. I heard a sound and I was like, "Lol, okay."
Go join in one.
Yeah, so I was like, "Okay, whatever." But yeah, no.
What the fuck is that?
This should be.
I don't know.
This
Apparently,
should be,
a big fan.
I don't know what the fuck that is. What did you come up with that name?
It doesn't matter. It's
That was
Lucian.
no. Just keep
No. It brought up anyway. It doesn't matter.
No, it was
one of the granddads in OCW.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
It's
all right.
so
Either
stupid.
way,
Yeah.
I'll Google it if anything. But no, yeah,
You shouldn't.
Oh shit, whoops. He mentioned this before, so he had the RP. So yeah, nothing. It's something. I don't know how to explain this in a way that makes any sense. Like obviously,
Give it your best shot.
Obviously, one person that probably would make sense would be Junko. Ugh, but
no.
Why are you saying
no.
What do you mean no?
Why are you saying ugh?
No.
Let him finish.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Well, look, it's high level intergender, never held the championship. Junko's intergender, never held the championship. Female.
Junko just pinned the women's fucking champion, brother.
Okay, I get what he's saying.
I get what he means.
I get what he's saying. No, he's saying I have bigger things to do. Destiny.
Like
I
Junko.
don't agree.
I am very disappointed.
But
that
it's
you
fine.
Don't agree.
But it's fine.
Yeah, no.
But it's fine.
He's saying Destiny.
So
finish?
all I'll say is that I have to process these specific rules because depending on how I'm reading them, I think Tibby basically said that you have like 9 up to like infinite number of title shots, which is disgusting to me. So I don't multiple challenges by defending the next cup in singles competition.
You can opt to defend the next cup, and if you lose the next cup. But if you win, you accumulate another championship opportunity. So then you could put yourself in a situation where, oh, I defended it once, and so now I have 2. So now I'm going to fight the world champion. And then immediately afterwards, you could cash in on I don't know about the cash in rules.
I gotta see what the hell this is all about.
That would be different. But I know this has been in the works. Like Tibby's next cup idea this is not just some random thing.
No, I know it's not. But
about this for a year.
Because theoretically, someone could just fucking fucking sweat their way to like 9 opportunities. That's kind of ridiculous. So I don't.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
What are you talking about? Sweating,
like defending it like mad times, and then you have like
but you're just immediately making an assumption that somebody's gonna like you just said, sweat or cheese or whatever. Like,
sir,
it's not
been
real.
21 years, like it's
not real.
It's not
okay. Yeah, that definitely won't happen though.
Okay. It was 21 years, but we're in this year. We just saw this show what happens and how unpredictable everything can be. And you think somebody's just going to be like, "Oh, I'm just going to randomly
sweat my way to 9."
Even the most recent sweat accusation that I can remember that had any merit was the S Cup when the Pride title was made. And look what happened immediately when Ashley Moore won it. Like it's not as guaranteed as you make it out to be just because somebody wants to sweat. You can sweat all you want. You're still gonna fucking lose if you pick the wrong person.
Still gotta wear a fucking hoodie. I just put them.
You still have to win. You gotta win at the end of the day.
I'm interested to see how it works out. So I gotta sit down with Ken and be like, how the fuck does all this shit work? Because in my head, you can literally remember old OCW motherfuckers try the game system all the time. So there's nothing to stop someone from trying to accumulate
we're not in the
a lot.
We're not in the old OCW.
I know, but what's to stop
you
someone?
say you know, but you continue to bring it up.
Brother, you can't.
I think the biggest concern should be how you're going to display it. Because
right
now
that's not an issue. The first of all is figure out who the fuck is going to be in it. That's the first.
So
thing.
I have another question.
What's your question?
So let's say that someone wins this thing and then they use it and they cash in the championship match. Does that mean that what happens to it after it's been cashed in?
Get fucked, nerd. See you next year.
Until the next time. Yeah, no, it's done.
That's it. So I have an idea.
It wouldn't stay around.
What do you mean stays around?
No.
I thought you were. You were Ken. I'm assuming Ken. I thought you were taking inspiration from the Heritage Cup from NXT.
No.
Or similar like that. The Gift of the God.
The
Like
gift of the gods is the closest comparison.
where someone would win it, they'd cash it in, and then it would be vacated, and then you would crown another next cup.
You know what?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I have no idea
That is how
what
it
Kent
is.
wants to do with that, so I'll talk to him and then we'll go from there.
No, Brian, you are right, but there's no established timeline of when it will be crowned again. We have the next cup now, and once it's done, there won't be a next cup holder, just like future investment. Like there won't be a next cup holder until it's announced again. You know what I mean? It's not like it's an annual thing inherently.
Basically,
No, that's where the sidetrack is
how I
from
see
the
it
gift of the gods.
is how I see it is the following. Once 8 people are picked, we're gonna pick a show on probably like whatever show we go, whatever show comes up, and then it's gonna be like those 8 people are gonna fight throughout they're gonna fight on the show, and then the winner at the end, that's the next cup holder, and then from there, I guess they decide what they want to do with the fucking next cup, and then looking at the rules, it says valid for any championship, any OCW championship. Wow, any OCW shit.
Any championship.
I thought this motherfucker said, wow. Okay.
No, any championship.
Yeah. The difference is valid on any TV show instead of like any pay-per-view.
So and we were in staff chat, Jay, when we had this conversation, because when I saw that too, I immediately told like, this is a little wonky, like it could go off the rails, but it's super unique. I do like it. And then we walk through some scenarios where somebody could have a win and then they could get another win and they go, I'm cashing on the OCW title. And then they lose the OCW title. And then the very next week they come out and they go, you know what? North American champion, I'm coming for you now. And then they win that. And you go, oh shit, he got the consolation prize. That's kind of an idealistic scenario, but it is one of many scenarios.
Well, we gotta see who the fuck the 8 people are to begin with.
But again, what the main point I'm trying to make is not to immediately assign malice to whoever gets this, where they're just going to be like, I'm gonna challenge the OCW champion 4 times in a row. Riot, Turmoil. You did, though. You said they're just going to cheese and rack up all the things. You did do that. I just said that.
I didn't say that specifically. I said, what's to stop someone from doing that?
That's fine. Let's move on.
Oh, my God. I love when you do that. Anyway, so any thoughts on this development? I guess we'll go with Junkie first. Are you all right?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Yeah, it's another something different. Right? We haven't seen something like
something
this.
different. Yes.
As a fan of this place a few years ago, I was like really hyped for like the S Cup. So I love tournaments. Tournaments are like cool. So to see that here now would be interesting. The fact that it's intergender is diabolical. But yeah, it'll be interesting.
Anybody else?
The only other point I want to make before I stop is that this is bred from a push to have new stars.
Yes.
Kent is always at the forefront of trying to push new stars. When he books his Riot cards, he's always trying to put up and comers in the top spots. He's always trying to give people opportunities. So this is from his brain. This is from him saying, no world champions, no current champions. Let's see who the best of the best are.
Either.
Who are no FI even. I didn't even know about that until tonight. But who are the best of the best who have not gotten their opportunity? Because we see so many times people crying and complaining that they don't get their opportunity, that, oh, it's all a boys club or favoritism or whatever. Like now's your opportunity. And it's intergender because we've already broken that kind of bridge with Imp. So like, let's get after it. And we don't have to totally separate the divisions. I think that would be a bad idea. But for this particular thing as a gimmick to fight, I think there's so many cool matchups we could have right now. Like, could you like think, Luis Bishop, Junko Jiirota is my dream finale for this first next cup.
Yeah, but he's a world champ, so you can't do it.
Luis Bishop isn't. Max Edwards is.
You would even include. You
would
just do the character. Oh, see, I would go for
I have always.
Oh, you do handler?
I would absolutely do handler.
And you know what, Brian? Now that you say it, I think that Kent would probably agree with you. But for me, I've always been the person who was like,
Kent agrees.
You have to put into your character. Like I've never been the person who's just going to blanket a handler with all the characters, because every character is unique. Every character has a different amount of effort laid into them. So I'm not just going to throw people aside just because a handler has a title. I think that's why I think Luis Bishop, Junko Jiirota, that would be my dream next cup finale.
Well, I hear you on that, and I think it's definitely a very valid thing in about 99% of the cases in OCW. I'm just thinking of it from like the aspect of the wear on the handler, like just
fair.
using just the handler you said, like Luis, like Max is now the world champion. I personally would not want the attention taken away from Max to have Luis get bolstered up in a sense where, let's say, Max is very good, as we've seen, so he could win. And then it's like, okay, now Max is the world champ and Luis is the next cup holder. So it's like, it was kind of one of those things where I was like, holy shit. Like, in a way, I was worried about you, Jake. Like, because there is a timeline where you walked out of Lucian, Deborah's women's world champ, Quartz is CCW world champ.
Fuck, we don't live in that timeline.
And that, while the next cup,
Rusty
I
as
think
well.
there are not limits, there are expectations when it comes to a new thing, to where you're also going to have that weight on the person who wins the tournament. So it's
That's
like,
correct.
I don't want to put handlers in situations like that where, God forbid, it's too much, and then you get kind of like a cold, rough start with something, and then something else gets pulled away. Not that I think it would happen, but I wouldn't even want to broach the possibility, because there are more than enough people that you don't even need to dip into that pool. Like, I wouldn't.
And I think those people would be prioritized, right? I think we would prioritize the handlers first, but if it came to it, then you would find some of those characters that happen to exist to handlers that have been here a while that could fit that bill as well. Luis, I think, is the best example that I can use for this, because he's been around OCW for a very long time and is very reliable. I don't think you would go to Luis initially to find the tournament field, but he would be there once you have expended all of the others. Megan Suzuki's
sounds like the
but on the flip side, you also have to consider that too, because
who's here?
Who is here, and who, if that person won, what are we looking at?
Yes,
it sounds like
I love a Megan Suzuki, I love a Reza, I love a God Drifter, I love like all of these potential ideas, but you also have to consider
yes.
If they come to the end, what are we going to do there?
Yes, I personally think. I know probably some people might hate it. I think one of a hot take for it is, let me get Cobra in it.
Oh, Cobra would be he would be the number one pick.
Yeah, like
he's never been future investment, never been world champion. He would be the number one pick. There's no doubt.
Oh, like Seeds, like NCAA tournament would be cool. Seeds would be cool.
I'm trying to think of women now too. Like Junko is at the top of
Cheryl, Sarah Moore, Junko, Scotty,
any
Cheyenne,
of the women in the
Farina,
chamber, really. Cheyenne. Yeah,
Cameo.
Cheyenne's got to be number one, right?
Beatrix.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. See, you don't like yourself being mentioned, do you now?
Let's move on to me. No, fuck.
We're good.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it should be more than 8, though. I think it should be 16.
It's not going to be 16. It's going to be. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Okay, I'll shut up.
So we got.
No, there's going to be more conversations about this.
Yeah. Wepa. So we got.
Yeah, order that food, bro.
Yeah. So
Come on, Crody.
We got the main event. You see the package now. The package, fucking amazing, as always.
Emp is so talented.
So
she has the artistic mindset, man.
So with Emp, I've harassed you, but I've harassed this poor woman a lot the past 2 weeks, especially the past 48 hours.
Yeah, we know you married her.
Fuck off.
You could have married me.
So shout out to her for just going above and beyond, providing extra artwork, extra artifacts, and video editing and all that shit on the side. So appreciate you, because I've been making this poor lady crazy. Anyway, match itself, going into it, I was just had trepidation as always, because you, like Jake, always like, I fucking suck. B17 is like,
I'm
whatever. Boo always says, I fucking stink too. This I don't know which one I like better, this one or the OCW third. Because at the end, the OCW third had a lot of clutch stuff between two people, but then this match itself had a lot of everybody kind of shining. And Brian could attest to this when he pitched elimination. I said, that sometimes that the actual three-way itself is more exciting at the end, because there's the dynamic of three different people. Anyway, this match, super enjoyed it. I honestly could not fucking call it. Everybody got their shit in. Everybody got their fucking stuff. Everybody got their finishers in. I didn't foresee what the fuck was happening, so I'm fucking shocked. And to Jake, I apologize because when editing the video, I noticed that we basically spoke over each other a lot. I edited most of it out, but holy shit. I think it might have been.
You always do during it matches, like I told you. You're so locked into your.
Maybe.
But it's not. It's you're doing your job like that. You're the heel commentator. This is your wife in the match. You're doing what you should be doing. But it does get in the way of our back and forth that would usually.
Well, and that's why I edited most of it out for the most part, because I was noticing. I was like, holy shit! Like after I cracked my beer, I was like, yo, I'm looking at the audio bars, and usually it's like. Space for you, and then I go space for you. That shit was just me on top of you, you on top of like, oh, this is not good. And it's just so no, I think it's just I don't know, it's part of the whatever, but it's just and also I'm acoustic, so if you see me going it's because I can't help it anymore. So fuck you, deal with it. Yeah, fun fucking match. I did not expect. Honestly, I didn't expect this shit to happen. Entrances wise, B17 had the corniest. So shout out to him with the fucking I was like, what the fuck is this about? What are you doing?
Well, he broke your throne. So
fuck him. Yeah, 200. He owed me $200,000. M shit was fucking. M shit was. M shit was incredible. I'm like, what the fuck are you like? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, good for you. She gave me her reasoning, but she's fucking top tier. I for someone who says I fucking suck, that doesn't really show that they. I don't know. I'm fucking shocked.
Well, at the game. Not at everything else.
Well, she said she sucked. She's like, yeah, I'm bad. She's like, I'm bad. I'm like, okay. But it's funny whenever we like have DMs, we just do little quiet 5 stars real quick, 5-star classics.
Yeah, you all do this, by the way. You're like, oh, she's lying. She's lying.
You do it too. You do it too. So you should.
That's why I'm defending her, because Brian says the same shit. I've said the same thing from the very beginning, and every time that I say
Brian says he's good. You say you suck.
No, I'm saying Brian thinks that I'm lying because I say the same thing I told him before Lucian last year. Right. I'm asked, please take it easy on me is usually what I say, and then I end up with he's fucking lying, and then I get watched on TV, and they just think that that's not real. They,
they're
that's a whole other conversation though.
Emp and Jake do this thing where like they're really good at entertaining.
See, you're doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
I don't care. Tell them. This is me. This is your doppelganger telling you.
Tell him, Junkie.
Yeah,
establish dominance, Junkie.
You guys do this thing where like I think it's like a level of humility, but like you've held almost every title in the damn place. This woman, every single time we think she's going to lose, she arguably goes up against two people that are like top 10 on the sticks, and she comes out winning. How are you bad?
I didn't see that shit coming at all, because like
how are you bad?
The first thing I asked her, I was like, what are you gonna do? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, cool. I didn't expect it. I was like, how
can she own the Jake verse and be bad?
She 100% did not have any intention to. I mean, we can get into the backstage stuff later, but like,
Melon says it also.
Let's just keep it going.
Melon says it also. So it coming in my anytime, like, because we'll have the private conversations. Like, yeah, I don't know. And then Melon goes, "Shut up, you're winning. You're gonna retire another one of Jake's characters." Drago
thinks
is a prophet. Drago's a prophet.
Drago thinks I like take it easy, and he thinks prophet like, I saw it coming.
You see how you tell me that everyone takes it easy on me, and then when you get it, you're like, "Oh no, it's not the case." Now you know how I feel. But no, anytime
I was generally trying to kill him at Road to Glory.
No, I know.
I wanted him to die.
I know.
That's why we had a great match. What is he talking about?
No, but no. Whenever it comes
to
bad. Whenever Emp goes that she's gonna lose, or whenever Parca says she's gonna disintegrate, Melon goes no. So he's like, low Parca wins, low Emp wins, but he's been right on Emp, and he was right up until like this week, this Saturday on Parca.
He's right always. Fuck this guy.
So yeah, don't say fuck Melon. How dare you? How fucking dare you? You watch your tongue.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting.
Hey, Rockfellas.
Yeah. So
Rockfellas.
Yeah. So I can't decide which one I like better. I can't decide which one I like better, but like this one did have a lot of like, because it's the third person. Like literally everybody got their shit in. Fucking Quartz hitting the double bingo punch spear combos. Fucking Emp hitting Ishitaki and like on both. I think both people. Or was it both? Maybe no.
Us,
I think it was
both.
Okay.
It was both of us.
There was 50 cows thrown. Some connected, some didn't. One of my favorites was when you grabbed them, threw over your shoulder like a hunk of shit, and then pinned B17, and she got up and gave you the biggest lariat, and then fucking pinned you. It's just little stupid little spots like that. Fucking, it was a good match. I don't know where we go from here. I enjoyed the match thoroughly. Fucking Emp is top tier. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Just, she's like me. This is our stupidity, and shout out for all the bullshit she did with me because she dealt a lot. She really doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, but she works with it. I don't fucking know, but it was incredibly entertaining.
I would like to thank Max Edwards and Parca for all the money that they siphoned me during the main event.
You should talk about that, Jay. This is the most betted on match of all time. It was 1.15 million hoot coins on this one.
Man,
I'm 30K.
75K.
Yeah, I'm 30K short of $1 million right now.
Yeah, that's wicked.
I know that Emp had the lowest amount, but not by a lot. Emp had like what, 6K lowest?
No, it was pretty tight.
I definitely just want to thank Jake Allen. You know, that is now
I'm so sorry.
A combined 600,000 hoot coins I've lost betting on him.
I know. Look,
you lose money betting on Jake like I lose money betting on B17.
I can't tell if I'm more in debt to Brian or Chase Bank America at this point. Like it's not great.
It's not great. So I have no idea what's gonna happen.
350,000 between the last two matches is what I lost. That shit hurt.
I try and win every match I'm in. You just need to find better
I know you tried to do a double Black Phoenix and that did not happen. I was so happy it didn't happen to you.
Yeah, because your cunt wife knew it was coming.
Because she's fucking awesome. The Afterbirth was also great with fucking Ronald McDonald I guess crashing out and then B17 getting beat to death by Nate. So that was fucking shocking.
Could have been me.
You getting pinned and then getting the foot on the chest with the pyro was disgusting. It was so extra. I was like, how come it wasn't low? She's like, the game glitched. Oh my god!
I'll never have to get over.
Oh my god! Yeah, you can never again. Like good for you for like having a stipulate to adding heft to it. Like I didn't like the idea of 2 titles, but it makes sense. Like whatever. But I was still like, oh god. But the visual's nice, so I guess that works. Emp's the best. I didn't expect this shit to happen. I thought B17 or you would have won, and then me and Em could do our stupid shit on the side. That would have been great. We could have just gone back to our dumb stupidity, but apparently she wins. So I don't know what the fuck happens now. I have no fucking idea. She has no fucking idea. So I guess we'll
blame
her
for kicking out.
No, blame you for not being good.
Down.
So
she should have stayed down. I hit her with the Black Phoenix.
Shoulda, would have won.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Melon is ruthless.
As salty as I am,
Melon is so ruthless. Right. He fucking called it every time. Every fucking time. She did play off Nakatoni, yeah.
More than anything, I wanted to win just so Drago could not be right. Because I knew he was
won for my money.
Well, I didn't know your money was coming to me until
the only person can be who is her. You mean Dragana or Jesus Christ? I don't know what Mel's going for.
They're only so
let's get some thoughts. Brian, I know you got to eat, so get some thoughts in real quick. Go ahead.
No, I'll be last so I can give my monologue and then fuck off.
Nice, fantastic. Okay, Jim, you can go.
You could fuck off before.
Yeah, he wants to.
Well, no, because I want to talk about a little bit of night one and then dip.
He wants Germanic.
He wants to say he should have been.
I'm not going to say that. I promise. I'm not going to say that.
No, that's fair.
Jim, take us away, please.
To be fair, hold on, Jim. To be fair. He wasn't a diva about it either, so it's good for him. You know why? Because
that's because he knew. He knew he had it. He knew.
He wasn't a diva about it. He knew it might have been coming, but he wasn't a diva about it. He was like, oh. All he did was like, and he, in full disclosure, he was like, oh, the optics. I'm like, I don't care. But it's like,
we know.
In hindsight, yes, I would say so. But
I should have been the main event, Cass.
Okay, address that after Jim.
Cass was rolling for him. Go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can have this conversation later.
All right. Now that you all are done talking, motherfuckers. Anyway. The match itself, the entrances, the hype package, everything was top tier. M's entrance was out of this world. Like the whole like floating down thing, I've seen it like once before, but like the way she mixed everything together and it kind of just like all flowed was very nice. D17 smashing the throne was funny. I almost feel like Quartz in a lot of ways should have smashed the throne.
Yes.
my opinion, because that was like his whole gimmick was like trying to destroy the establishment. So why is B17 smashing the throne? And I guess I can see why, because fuck.
You know why he wanted that fucking? Ooh, look at me! Pew, 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 pyro.
None of that's real, but I'll let him finish.
All right. He's an exciting way. What can I tell you? But so all of that stuff was really good. I enjoyed it. I didn't know where they were going with the whole Torch stole the CCW championship thing. But I guess it was to like be able to use that Cash Unity belt that M came out with. The double title visual thing was cool. I mean, you can tell the stake you were involved in this. I wasn't, obviously. So, but the match itself was so back and forth. They literally matched each other pretty much blow for blow up until everyone was finishable. I was paying attention to everyone's like damage, and everyone at one point was like yellow, orange. I'm like, okay. It's one of those things. I think I've said this before. When you vibe with people and you know that you can get into a ring with them and they're not going to fuck on you, you can make some really good stuff. And there's no disrespect to anyone in OCW or anyone in particular or anything like that, but that's not everyone on the roster.
Yeah.
It's not everyone on the roster. Okay, I wouldn't hire 80% of you motherfuckers. But back to my point. In all seriousness, like that's not everyone on the roster. Not everyone's going to always have chemistry. Okay, and not everyone's always going to be on the same skill level, and different things like that. I do believe that there are like tier levels of skill. And like when you match someone in your skill level, you get the best out of one another. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's just like a sticks thing. It has nothing to do with how your character is or anything like that. It's just how you play the game. You know what I mean? So I think that they, for people who say that they're shit and they suck and they're no good at the game, and I'm talking about two people in particular in this match, and we all know who they are. They're liars. They clearly are. And one of them is actually sitting here lying to us right now.
Yep.
Yep. So
I'm going to let him finish.
It was very, very, very good match. I really enjoyed it. For me, it was a main event. It was a match of the night, which I'm sure we'll talk about later. And the way it ended, I knew that the friction with Nate Ortiz and B17 was eventually going to happen. Because like B17's Mr. Historian, the bingo, the character, he's trying to get up on Nate Ortiz's records, and the GOAT doesn't like that. So that's not a good thing. And I think Jay can tell you after 20 plus years of Nate Ortiz, that he usually succeeds in his missions. So that should be interesting.
Not when he fights me.
Okay, that's great.
Unless it's Christian Shepherd.
Well, and then now Courts can't challenge for the CCW championship anymore, which should be interesting to figure out how he's going to get around it, like Cassidy Hayes did.
Oh, he's not going to. He's not like Cass.
I want him to turn heel and do it. But that's another story for another day, long from now. And a different guy who would do it. So I'm just planting the seeds there.
Jackpot.
Yes, exactly, jackpot. So I've always liked that one better. So
delicious dickhead. Yes, you're right.
Yes. So like the things, and then who is going to step up to the CCW World Champion? She beat two of the best that we have to offer. And
that's a total lie. I don't know why you're gasping at him.
Oh, stop.
Sorry, Jim. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Jay.
Oh, you're talking about Jay? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because Cass
said some nonsense in chat.
Oh, nonsense. Okay.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jim.
And what I'm really getting down to is what is next for M. She's had this huge feud, and usually M's feuds are very big builds and lead to these dramatic, and this was the dramatic moment, right? But where does this leave us?
what is next? B17 came back. Obviously he's got the Nate thing going on now, it seems like, but like, where does that leave that? I always like, when I walk away from these matches, I was like, where are these characters going next? So that's my spiel.
Junkie, would you like to chime in?
Okay, where do I start? There's three of them. Okay, so I'm assuming the whole dichotomy with Daddy coming out and the throne stuff. That was a shot at Nate. Nate came out and he answered it.
Ooh,
and
look at you. Okay.
He's been crying for this feud for a while. So
wow,
I think that's
holy shit.
I think that's where we're going next with that, which is cool. I'm okay with it. I don't know how they're going to like manufacture it, but I don't think Quartz and Emp are done. It may not be right away, but I don't think it's done. I think this man is obsessed with that title,
really,
as he should be. He's been obsessed with that title since he's been back, and that's just what it is.
really?
The fact that Tony's been brought into it as well too. Tony might be involved.
I gave you the roadmap. Already.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving you the perspective.
At midnight, okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I think that's probably what's going on there. In terms of the match, it was really good. I really thought Daddy was going to just end both of them. But again, Emp does this thing where she operates best in chaos, and there's just been a lot of chaos between the three characters, and I think that just gives her more power. So that's just what it is. Again, when it's Emp and anyone related to the Jake verse, Emp gets like plus 10 points. So that's just what it is. I don't know why you guys are shocked. That's why I thought about it. I was gonna bet, but I have no backbone, so I didn't bet. But
Melon said this too.
Literally, the Emp verse belongs to Emp, and she has it like in a little snow globe, and she puts it on her bed at night. So that's that. I want to talk about Sheldon Tremblay showing up at the end. I think that's going to be interesting. I know Sheldon's been doing this little thing where he's trying to like gain his own conglomerates and build something there. So maybe, I don't know what happens with Quartz and Sheldon. That should be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe another. I don't know what M's going to do in terms of like challengers. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure booking will have to figure that out and see what she wants to do. Realistically, I wanted her to lose a title so she can manifest women's tag team titles. But hey, that's another thing. That's just me being selfish.
Oh my god.
But yeah, really good stuff. I don't know if this was the match of the night. I think I kind of liked Alistair versus Tony better, but this is up there. This is really good. But again, overall, this has kind of been the story of Quartz and the CCW title. So again, I don't think it's going to be a situation where it's like Cass, where he's going to somehow sneak his way into it. But I don't think it's going to be a thing where he's never going to challenge for his title ever again. It might be a while, but he's obsessed with this thing. This has been like part of his storyline. So I can't see it just ending like that. But we'll see. Good stuff.
So before the next person, I just wanted to point out one thing. Again, congratulations to everybody who fucking showed out yesterday and today. But also just watching the replay, like, it's kind of nice to have a plethora of handlers who aren't shit and to just literally enjoy the ride that we get taken on. So shout out to y'all for that shit. I guess Brian Jordan, you did you go or what?
I think it's Jake who needs to go unless he doesn't want to talk about it.
Well, did you go at all or no?
No, not yet. I asked to go last.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, he did ask to go last. I'm glad. I'm glad that Junko pointed out the very real fact that the whole motivation behind Quartz has been the CCW championship and its legacy, because the question about why Bingo smashed the throne instead of Quartz, it was never about the Sensational family. I know it got muddied a little bit, especially during the War Games build, because they were abusing their power in order to make the CCW title feel a certain way, but it was never about them. It was always about the CCW title. So I'm glad that came through, at least for the fans. That's all it was always about, which is you can never challenge for the CCW title again came into play to begin with. This, to pull back the curtain a little bit, I'll try not to do it too much, should have never involved B17. He was done. He was done after Certified Greatness, and the backlash that he got after challenging a woman. He was so disillusioned and upset about it. He didn't want to be a part of it. I asked him
after we had War Games set in stone, I was like, hey, I would love for this to be all tied together into a triple threat match. It makes sense. Like, I came after you first. You tied yourself into Imp. I tied myself into Imp. And then you come back. Like, I thought it made for the best story. We talked about it for a while. He eventually relented and was like, yeah, you know what? If you guys are willing to have it, then let's make it happen. And I'm glad that he did, because this was a much better story than it would have been than this fucking fat dork loser who lost at Summerside and lost at War Games and lost everything else he's ever done to being here in one-on-one. And it made for a better match, because, man, I've been watching it back and forth, and some of these finisher swerves and kickouts. There's one moment where all three of us reverse finishers in like a triangular motion. Yeah. Where like Imp reverses the Black Phoenix, and then I reverse the 50 cal, and then he reverses the Ichitaki, and like that happens throughout the whole match. Yeah, it was just absolutely perfect. I don't know where Bingo goes from here, but I am very happy that we live in a scenario where he was willing to come back in this case versus the other scenario where he is not around and we don't get B17. And look, this is my favorite moment of the match. Yeah. When I roll into the way and she kicks me in the back, and I continue to roll out.
Get out the way, and she just kicks the shit.
Yeah, so that's one thing, but this was always about the CCW title. That's kind of where Quartz has kind of made that. Quartz has kind of made that his personality, and that was the only thing that lifted him up over the years. So he has made it his personality to a fault. And that's what you've seen over the last couple of weeks, where you're having segments with these conflicted personalities. Like, is this the right way to go? Like, do you think you're going a little bit too bingo
Jesus
punch?
Christ, this fucking spot too, bingo punch,
so
and then this
look, there it is, and then the fake
countered.
Drop count, like, it's so good.
And then he goes to, and he's like, oh, he's already up.
Yeah,
I would just
but anyway. But anyway, story-wise, the promo package that Imp put together was fucking tremendous. She always is. It's amazing we went through 2 nights of Lucian where we had no butt rock on anything. And that's a testament to me not having song choice on any of the packages, if I'm being honest. Because I made the women's chamber package, but they are the one that constructed the whole thing. I'm just the one that edited it. So, like, everybody showed out crazy. I'm very proud of this. I can never challenge for the title again. I know everybody's like, oh, how's he going back into it? I'll tell you right now, I'm not Cassidy Hayes. I'm not a fat fucking loser pussy who's just going to disregard his promises.
Whoa. Cassidy Hayes isn't fat. What is this assault on
let me tell you this. No, when I call you a fat pussy, it's not a physical thing. I'm telling you, you're such a fucking pussy that I need to have another adjective on top of it. That's how much of a loser you are. And that's what Cass is. That's why I brained him with the belt, even when I had to control him in the lumberjack match. So I'm not Cassidy Hayes. I never will be Cassidy Hayes. And even if I turn blue, let me tell you this right now. I'll just get this out of the way. Even if I turn blue, my name is Quartz. I will not challenge for the CCW title ever again.
At least I was never fired.
You were never. Yeah, I wasn't either yet. Anyway. God. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, the ending was the ending was super, super interesting. B17 had his idea from the jump, and I kind of threw my hat into the race and recorded my own footage there because, we have the history with Sheldon Trimbley. And if anybody is going to capitalize on somebody crashing out, it might as well be the person who has lost like 4 pay-per-view matches in a row fighting for something that he believes in so strongly. So we'll see where that goes. I'm obviously not going to give any spoilers to that effect, but I'm extremely proud of this match, and you're seeing it on display right now. At the end of the day, I should have won, and I wanted to win. I hit both of these fucking losers with the Black Phoenix, but if there's a universal truth in OCW, it's that nobody sells the Black Phoenix. So I shouldn't be surprised. And here we are. I'm very proud of the match. And a couple other things I wanted to mention before Brian goes. Yes, I also said the same thing to Jay very early on when we were having discussions in staff chat. I knew where things were going at that point because this was like 2 weeks before Lucian actually happened. And I went, I really don't want to be in both main events. That's going to look so shitty. I'm very proud of the work I put in to get to that spot. So it's not that, but like you said, Brian, it's just the optics. I didn't want that. I pushed against it. This was not my vote. But at the end of the day, it's Jay's baby. It's not about me, and this is what he wanted. You still had the match in the night one, so you and Cass can shake your fists that the women got spotlight all you want, but
I'm doing a shake my fist right now.
Shake
women, no. I only had 150 years of supremacy. I need.
Oh god,
that's it. Very proud on the package. Very proud on the match. We'll see where we go from here. I'll tell you where we won't be going from here. It's helping B17 not get murdered because he deserves
well, no,
it.
he was murdered by an old man, so it's fine.
Yeah, I could have tried to help him, but every time I try and slide in and try and help somebody, I get my ass whooped.
Well, she told you she said come back in, and you're like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I've been through this for the last 6 months. I ain't coming in.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired. I ain't part about my shit. Brian Jordan, yup.
So, I think one of the things that you said about Adam is something that I'll have to touch back on, but I've definitely been someone in the camp who has not been overly in love with this story and the feud for numerous things, but I sat there and, I don't know, I think the kids say T-must, where you just got to kind of see how things roll out. And I think after Summerside, things started to click more in a fashion where I was cool with it, because that was the one thing that I did notice is Quartz has never been about, I want to take down the Sensation family. It's always been about the CCW title, because obviously he came back and he was like, B17, you're a piece of shit, because why would you defend against Cass? You're a coward, blah, blah, blah. I think at the end of it, now that it's finally over, we're in a spot to where all of them deserve to be proud of themselves for this. I am very disappointed that originally B17 was not going to be involved in this, because organically it always should have been. It never, since we got the one-on-one with Quartz and Emp at Summerside, it never should have been just a rematch at Lucian. It always should have been with B17. If I were the booker and this were, real wrestling, it would have been much different on how B17 would have been involved, but we got him at the match. So at the end of the day, for the principle of it, we got all our bases touched. I feel in a way kind of bad for Emp, because I'm sure she probably also was thinking like, oh, okay, it's, one fall. Jake and Adam are both dogs, even though she doesn't suck. She probably thought, okay, there's a lot less odds that I'm going to win this. And now, you got to kind of sit there and be like, oh, fuck, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I think there's plenty of avenues for Empress to go. At the end of the day, even though whatever the narratives or the dirt sheets want to spin, I've always said Emp is one of the best, one of the top creators in OCW. And the hype package showed that, her attire showed that, her entrance showed that, her reign has shown that so far, and her other work has also shown that. So while as a fan, I'm heartbroken, and a gambling degenerate, I'm bankrupt.
I felt so bad watching those numbers go up.
It is what it is on this aspect. And I will say, I am definitely more excited to see. Now this feels like a true start for Empress's CCW title reign, because now, for at least the time being, and I'm assuming, B17's out of the picture. Quartz obviously cannot and will not challenge for the title. So now I feel like is the start of her reign, to where we see like, okay, who brings it up to the table to try and end this? How do we try to dethrone the most powerful person in OCW? So the match itself was an absolute banger, and I'm really glad that I did not relent and do one fall with Max and Cino, because
me too.
I think the elimination really added an element to where it separated both matches to where they're unique in their own way. Night 2 overall, I'm not going to touch everything. I will promise you though, because I am on Midnights, I will review all of the show when it goes on the forum, so all of my thoughts will be there. Everyone from night 1 and night 2 should absolutely be insanely proud of themselves. Whether you won, you lost, it really does not fucking matter. If you made Wrestlution, you should really feel happy with yourself. I am very proud that Max won the world title. I'm very proud of him and Cino with the feud that we did. I normally I wouldn't do this, but I will, because it is genuine. I do want to thank Jay My world title reign has had many hiccups in my own areas that I will not reveal because you don't fucking deserve it. But I will thank him for the countless patience and, you know, dealing with whatever madness. At the end of the day, yes, I would have wanted the main event. I do not really truly give a fuck that much because
You sure?
I was still well, yeah. You seen it in our DMs, and I feel like that was
I know
thing
what I
where,
said when I told you, hey, between us, I think you should have been the main event. You were like, yeah. I think that was like that's all you needed.
But you don't know till you know.
It wasn't really what diffused it. Is because at first, and I won't even lie to you.
You know what diffused
absolutely.
it? You know what diffused it? You were like, Riot deserves their flowers. I'm like, Riot's getting their flowers. You're like, yeah, you're
That's
right.
what we all. That's what we all said.
I
said the chamber shouldn't main, and most of it was because I didn't want to be in both of them. And I said the OCW should be first.
You were
discounted. And you said, I was discounted, which I was okay with, but I pitched OCW, CCW to end each one, and then you brought up the Rye thing, and I'm like, God, you're so fucking right. Like she, you know, Rye is going to such levels, and you don't know what other opportunities may prevent them. Present themselves.
To be 100% clear, like it was whatever Cass, whoever says Cass makes a good point. Everyone makes a good point.
He doesn't know anything.
At the end of the day, it was basically the chance to like kind of have history, and also, you know, Rye deserves a flower. So that's it. So anybody else
Parca has a main event.
Anybody else that's not in that's in that match, just thank Rye. That's it. That's all you have to do. Be grateful you were picked, and Rye picked you, and you had a match at Lucian. That's it. That's all you got to say.
That's where I'm at. He made
annoying.
He main evented Lucian 16. That's kind of where I came. He main event. Brian
event's not a big ordeal to you.
No, it is. It is. I appreciate anybody that is able to work themselves into that position. But for me, when Jay pitched it, and I was like, okay, yes, you're right. Like Rye is, if there's anybody that has put nose to the grindstone, especially on their main character as a woman, this is the time to do it. And if El Parca had never main evented Lucian before, I may have had another, you know, a second question about it, but you did. So I was like, okay, you know, now we can kind of, you know, two birds, one stone kind of situation. Like we can make everybody happy. I don't know. I didn't pitch it, but I didn't push back.
I know you 100% abstain. It's fine. It's fine.
At the end of the day,
hold up, Junkie, go ahead, because you're waiting for something. Go ahead, say what you want.
I didn't even Junkie's monologue. I'm trying to go eat, man.
Go eat.
Let him finish.
Well, I'm not done.
Let him finish.
We keep breaking out. He's right.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yes, I will fully admit with my heart of hearts, I wanted the main event. Yes, it was a decent. It sucked being told it, but at the end of the day, I'm glad Rye specifically, Marissa got a main event because the dude hasn't main evented at all in his title reign, and I hope that changes moving forward. But overall, it was a great Lucian. I'm very proud of everything I did with the OCW title reign that I had. C-Note can go fuck himself. Jake lost me $250,000. And once again, just tonight. Once again, we're showing that the Sensation family, we just live in their world and here for it.
Jesus, something broke.
Was that Jake?
And I'm glad to be disintegrating. So it was a fun ride. And I appreciate everyone.
So before you go have your hand,
I should have been the main event.
Before you go eat your food.
He's going to think I threw some shit.
Yeah, no, I think you did that in frustration. That makes the canon.
No, I'm chilling.
That makes the canon better. No, all bullshit aside, whatever criticisms may or may not be had about your run, I think you still did what you were expected to do as a champion. You still upheld the championship as it should have been, and you still managed to fucking, I guess, do business, as the word is. So yes. We've always had the, you know, whatever shit I say to you in public or private, I'll say it anyway. So yeah, you did what you had to do. You had a fucking good run and you got what you wanted. Unfortunately, it didn't end in the main event as you wanted, but you still put on a fucking hell of a goddamn match. So you should be proud that your entire.
That's what I said. You're still matching the night. People are saying that you should have main event. That's something.
You still should be proud of the entire work that you put forward, regardless of the you know, whatever criticisms can be disseminated from it or not. Either at the end of the day, I'm glad you had your run. I'm glad you got to do what you wanted to do. And now the best part happens now. Now you get to fuck off. And then when you come back, hopefully in a good amount of time, you get that return pop. Or you could just be
Oink,
like
oink.
fucking old school people and just come back a week later, like, oh, hey, he's back. Up to
No,
you.
I'm
Do what
definitely
the
good
fuck
on
you
that.
want. So either way,
Do not book El Parca. El
you
Parca
did-
is unavailable for the foreseeable future.
You did what you had to do. So I can't fault you in that, and you went out on the highest of the high notes. So really can't look. Whatever can be said, you did what you had to do, and we've always had conversations, so it was never like one-sided horse shit. So it is what it is. I for the most part, I dug what you did. Sometimes more than others, but at the end of the day, you basically at one point I made the joke in my head that you were like new generation Trips, but you're better than Trips. So keep that in mind. You're up there, so good for you. I would say top 10, not top 25, but top 10 at least. So good for you.
Undefeated 5-on-5.
Undefeated 5-on-5, exactly. So that's what, but like no bullshit aside, like you are one of our better champions. So I can't be upset at that. We've had there's been so many different champions we've had, long range, short range, and you've been up there. So you're all right. You're decent. So
He's OCW Floyd Mayweather.
He's the longest reigning modern world champion of all time.
He's the longest. He's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, he's Floyd Mayweather. He's
9
OCW Floyd Mayweather.
successful defenses over the last 500 days. You're all right.
Floyd Mayweather's a good one. I like that.
That's so funny.
I like that.
Yeah, but Brian can read.
That's a good, yeah, he can. That's a good
allegedly.
Point.
I don't know.
He can.
As long as dogs are mentioned.
I've sent him some promo room docs before. I don't know if he can read.
Oh, hey, Cass is a fuck. I'm tired of Cass. I'm done with him.
Don't listen to this.
And you know what you didn't do is do it in this era, pussy. Fuck you.
Ooh.
I did it. I wrestle once every 19 months, and I think I'm still important.
Jake, him and the other champ can argue. You don't fucking jump in there and tag team.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Anything else to add, Brian? So you can have your food.
No, that's it. I appreciate
always
all
said you hate women like Floyd. It's fucking nasty.
Equal rights and equal lefts, brother. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
One last time.
Next cup, here we come.
One last time for the road. Stability, Pero. Stability.
Stability. Yeah.
Stability. Bro. What a run, man.
God damn it. I hope Max mentions stability just to be a dick. Look, I don't know if anyone's gonna mention it, but he back raked and then fucking climax. So like someone has to bring that up, bro. Someone has to bring that up.
Really? Do they? Very, 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 very wrong.
I mean, this conversation's been overtly sexual for the last 30 minutes.
He back raked and hit him. I
heard you on commentary. I seen you picked it up.
Little desperation. I'm just saying.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
He wouldn't shut the fuck up about me eye raking two of the rivals that I've spent the last calendar year.
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna eye rake them. They're degenerates.
Because you're a piece of shit. So as long as you agree you're a piece of shit.
I hear you.
So Max, I didn't think Max would be. So I don't know. Well, you crashed out. So anyway, Brian,
he's not a piece of shit for back raking.
Yes, he is. He's horrible. Listen, wrestling 101.
What a lose.
Look, eye rake or back rake, heel automatically.
Back rake.
He's a heel.
Right, I hear you.
Anyway, anybody else have anything? Anyone have anything else to add?
Yeah. So are we gonna do match of the night and like?
Yeah, sure. Match of the night. What you got? Match of the night.
For me, it was the main event.
Okay.
And this one I'd probably give a 4.52 tonight. I really enjoyed tonight.
Junkie, who's your match of the
night? Top three are.
Oh, you going top three? Okay.
Yeah, John Marcus. Triple threat main event with CCW, and then number one was probably Tony and Alistair.
Fair enough. Jake.
I don't vote for myself. Number two, Rex and Everett. Number one, Marcus John.
Okay. Parca. Oh, he left.
He gone.
Oh, he left.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. All right,
he's
so
eating.
I'll pretend to be him. Fire. Let me see. I'm biased, so main event, Tony Everett and Rex and tag. No, Marcus John.
Did you take the Blue Chew comment out of the final?
No, it was there. You just were we're just making mad noises over
it. It was too much noises. Okay,
a lot of noises, and I also added the red, white, and boo in post.
Oh, red, white, and boo. We should have got more numbers out of that. The biggest white demon ever, Adam. I am red quartz and then boo, red, white, and boo. It was right there. It was like the
we had a couple of really good fucking calls throughout the night that I don't think people could appreciate.
The Junko's Mountain one is my favorite.
Junko's
but we did
Mountain is
have
your
a-
favorite. My favorite is He Goozles My Boozle. That popped me.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you
I
see,
didn't
Junko
catch
didn't even Junko missed it.
I didn't catch that. Yeah.
Yeah, we had
It was too hectic during the main event.
Yeah.
You couldn't
I
really.
usually catch them all.
Yeah, there was a couple of really good ones.
What I wanted to best attire before we do anything.
Best attire.
Oh yeah, no, that was me.
Go ahead. Okay, Ronald McDonald. No, best attire. You already
No,
know.
I'll vote for myself on the non-competitive outfits.
So
you guys suck.
best attire, I would say number 1 is Emp, and then number 2 is me, representing my boo. So,
Damn.
and if you know, I don't think you noticed it. Like Junko doesn't notice in their attire, but if you notice, Emp had a Jay's wife armband.
Yeah,
but I digress.
we're not. Yeah.
I know, hater.
I didn't notice that either.
Yeah, you did because you're
Yeah,
fucking you're sad.
Tattoo,
No,
man. Like,
No, night 1 was definitely Deborah. I spent so long on
definitely
that.
Deborah? Okay.
Night 2 was a little bit different. Everybody showed up crazy. I don't think I can pick anybody but Jinx for night 2.
Jinx is a really good one. That's I would say number 2 to me.
my pick
Just
is
on
anyone
attire.
my pick is anyone who wore pink and black. We had like 5 of them.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Who the
So you
other
want
5?
to suck the
Lobby-
dick of the 40-year-old.
Oh, you
Lobby-
really just fucking anti-Pew and
Lobby-
disgusting. You gotta stop.
Lobby had it. I think Ryvon wore pink and black.
I think so.
I think Junko wore pink and black.
Rybon was last night, you degenerate.
I'm saying I'm talking about the entire event.
Tell
Stop
him.
thinking
Oh, I
about
see.
you.
Tell him. Set him straight.
Oh, well, you've already
You know
lost.
who else?
Never wins.
You know who else wore pink and black?
Who else?
Bash.
Oh,
You
Bash,
know,
yeah,
you were
Bash and
purple and
Bullet.
black.
That was not
Actually,
pink.
Bullet?
That was
was purple.
purple.
Look,
That
look
was
at my
not
shirt.
pink.
That shit was pink.
It was
Go
pink.
look at
It was pink.
Oh,
Yeah. There was pink on your shirt, fatty, but
And,
it was
the
purple.
pants were pink.
Oh my
just-
God.
John is wrestling. John is wrestling Superman.
That is the worst attire,
I mean-
but the best of the worst.
I mean,
No.
the entrance was pretty good, but
It was the best of the worst attire wise.
Best of the worst.
It's up there with Fancy Lucian attire or Fancy Lucian shirt from Court Martial.
that you
Yeah.
can't touch
I like
that.
I like Scotty's as well. Scotty's was really good.
Yeah.
Who else put their foot in it this week?
Good colors.
Oh,
Sarah.
Tony.
Sarah Morse is
Sarah.
actually
Yeah, Sarah.
pretty good.
Mhm.
I like the
Absolutely.
lobbies.
I like.
Marissa
my
had
pick-
an extra as fuck entrance, but her.
My pick is AC Cobra. That's my pick.
Oh, fucking,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Cobra's
I think
whole
Cobra.
thing
Yeah.
is crazy.
That was my pick.
Yeah, Cobra.
Oh,
would be the
you know
best
what?
attire of the evening.
You know what? Gabe should be considered in that too, because it was like a simple delivery, but it was done.
Yeah.
The simplicity was done so well that I think it deserves
So
its own flag.
you're
I like
gonna
how-
say
I like how
you're
he
gonna say
takes off.
Gabe, but you're not gonna say me. It's crazy, but it's fine. I'm used to this.
You
kind
didn't
of shit.
wrestle.
You don't count.
Does it? I do
Thank you.
count.
Look, Canada said the same thing I did. You didn't fucking wrestle, old man. Shut
Yo,
up.
The fact that he's trying to take responsibility for that amazing
No,
that
you're
amazing match
not-
between Tony.
Yeah,
Like,
you're-
no.
You're not.
Oh my God.
You're gonna. Refute?
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna say it. I almost said it, Jay. There's even more
Well,
to
you know,
the
he
Antonio
booked
Everett
that.
entrance than you think.
you're not going to give me credit for that, Junkie. That was
Well,
my
no, your
brainchild.
idea, yeah,
Junkie.
you putting it together, but like the attire, like you make it seem like you competed tonight. You did it.
I
You did not
competed
do
in
anything.
spirit. I was in the
There we go.
commentary booth, calling my heart out,
You
trying to
did
put
it.
this match over.
You live vicariously, goddamn wife.
That's crazy.
The only thing I want to
disrespect.
say, about that match,
Disrespect. It's
The only thing
if-
I want to say about that match, Junkie, is Em did the fucking promo video
If
for me at the last
that would've
minute,
been-
so thank you.
that would have been hands down number one if you had gotten involved.
Why would I
somebody
get
somehow.
involved? I'm not a piece of garbage. I'm not Quartz.
Well, no, like if you had hit him.
What?
Tony,
What have I ever
No.
done that?
if you let's say Tony and Rex are going back and forth.
Mm.
Let's say Rex has the upper hand, and then you jump the desk and you just hit him with something. Then Tony gets like your last favorite knee.
That's
That would have been
nasty.
sick. But
That's nasty.
outside of that, that's the only criticism I have.
Look, I'm
But
a fair person.
that's still-
Why would I
that's
get
still match of the
involved?
night.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, still match of the
That
night.
would ruin the match if I got involved
All
in
right.
cost Rex a match.
No, you're supposed to. You're a heel.
I shattered my world's best uncle glass, so I got to go clean that up.
What did you do?
Goodbye, Jake.
It's a decoration. It sits on top of my
he got
my
he got so
computer
frustrated that I was
tower.
talking about myself that he smashed the
No.
glass.
no. It sits on top of my computer tower as a decoration, and I kicked it back with my foot because I had my feet kicked up, and I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice until I heard it shatter.
Stop crashing out that Andrade is gone.
Oh my God! Look, this is not a long-term story for me crashing out just because I left with Sheldon. I should just go.
Goodbye, Jake. We're wrapping up anyway. So what do we rate night 2? And we can get the fuck out of here because we've been here far too long.
I main evented 10 out of 10.
Did I enjoy this? What have been the best pay-per-view so far this season?
I don't fucking know, dude.
This might be number 1.
Okay.
This is it should be. Certified Greatness was number 1, and then this is now number 1, and now that's number 2.
Yeah, I agree. I say 4.5. Or no, fuck it. I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna 5.
You're gonna go 5 is crazy.
10 out of 10.
Jake, before you go out of 5. 5? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm going 5.
What, for just night 2 or the whole show?
One night
the whole show. The whole show.
Oh, the whole show.
The whole show's 4 out of 5.
I'd say so. Or 4.5.
I mean, yeah, 4 out of 5 is what I'd say for the whole show. I mean, it's just that's just marking it as a benchmark in the timeline. But I have been so thrilled to look forward to this show. Every single morning I woke up, I was my little fingers. It was just a great time. I knew it would be a great time. I'm glad everybody participated, and thank you for contributing to Jay's weekend, because that's what this is. But fortunately, Jay's weekend is now over, and OCW will continue to carry on. So let's keep up the good work as we go into the winter. We have Animal House 3 coming up. We have Chaos Theory / Chill Factor / whatever Jay puts together once we're done. Ambition Face Off is still on the horizon. Those who missed the Lucian card, we still have Ambition Face Off coming up, so that's going to be a big card, and we have a break coming up. So hopefully everybody's refreshed once we hit Ambition Face Off, and Jay will let us know, hopefully transparently, the future and schedule of events.
I have a potential mild spoiler. Let's see if I can get this going. Hold on.
Okay.
I will require you not to say anything, so give me a second. If you say something, it's going to echo, so hold on. Maybe you should hear this, though. Hold on.
What do you...
Hold on.
Big bad doodad, wrestling fun for you and me.
I don't know what's happening.
Big bad doodad, pain and games for all. Big bad doodad, coming soon, so can't you see? Big bad doodad, a night of wins for all.
I don't understand the reference.
I'll leave it
but
at
it was
that.
fun. Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Yes, Amp. Jesus Christ. Ambition Face Off is meant to be like the big pay-per-view Ambition.
Yeah,
There's
it's
going to be multiple.
It's like
NXT TakeOver.
Yeah, it's like TakeOver. I love it.
We had Face Off. We're going to have another Face Off. It's going to be Face Off DC.
So yeah, I'll leave
It's a
it
big
at that.
bad doodad.
Big bad doodad, court's lost, and now he's gone.
Yes. Look,
Big
I'm a
bad
loser. It's fine.
Now he's gonna go blue.
I'm
not
think you're a
gone.
loser.
Well, let me make this clear, Jay.
I think you need to learn your lesson and just stay away from M. How about that?
Well, maybe if there was enough people that were worth working with around here, have to default to the same people. Have you ever thought about that?
Just bring back like Carmine and Carmine.
Bring back quality workers. I lost Bobby Minio. I lost Justin Jess. I lost Colin Locke. Why don't somebody else step up for once?
Stay away.
Help
Like,
me.
you're tired of losing characters?
Help me. No, I'm tired of having to work programs with somebody I get my ass whooped consistently because nobody else is worth my fucking time.
Like Tara's a side character now because of, like, why?
And based on last night's podcast, I'm afraid of Drago.
Oh gosh,
You are.
here we go.
Coward.
Adam's gonna yell at you.
Jesus Christ!
so-
I'm getting criticized by somebody who competes less than one time a year. I got yelled at, like Jay and his cunt wife are
How dare
controlling the whole situation. Bingo didn't even want to be here, and I brought him back in. Like, I don't know. What am I going to do? Now, Rex is
You want to
dead.
fight again, Jake? Third time's the charm. He can't.
What am I doing? What am I doing here?
You crashing
Yeah, well,
out.
hold on. Let me build Beatrix up enough to where it will be emotionally relevant when you retire her. and I'll reach back out.
Wow.
Should retire via chicks next year. Next Wrestlution 20, another one gets retired.
Oh my god.
Lucian 20. No, Lucian 20, I'm killing myself on air. It's a live stream
Okay, Tommy
situation.
Dreamer.
Ah!
Go clean up the glass.
We'll see. Yeah, I got to go clean up the glass.
Clean up the glass. All right. No one has any other thoughts? Anyway.
What a weekend. I'm going to be very depressed
Yeah.
this whole week because it's not wrestling week. So.
I'll end it off with this.
What?
I didn't say anything earlier today. Let's use more discernment. That's all. That's all.
Discernment?
That's all. Just practice.
In a
more
league with
discernment.
Russ Cole?
Yeah,
Not my league.
I think when it comes to the overall conversation of the women's chamber, at the end of the day, realistically, it's just a situation of opportunity for specific characters. There's a culmination of different storylines, stuff like that. Let's just use our brain and think a little bit more. Once we do, we'll be fine. Love you guys. I love you guys, but I think there's less using our brain than we're talking. I think what Russ said today, I can totally see it being offensive in certain specific ways. But after the town hall, I did say that if anything that was malicious, I would be coming for you. I don't think he was being malicious in any other way. So I think we just need to communicate a little bit more. If you didn't really understand them, just ask more questions and then go from that and go from there. But outside of that, that's all I ask. Just use more discernment. This is your mod speaking.
Melon said he doesn't have a brain.
Yes, he does. He's lying.
Jim,
Great show, though.
Anything to add, Jimmy? You're good or what? What's up? Good talk, Jim.
Did he drop off? Or
Yeah,
is it just me and you?
I think he did drop off, but he can't get back in.
He thought we were ending the show.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Did you have anything else to add, Jim?
Hello. I hate this.
I know you got disconnected. Do you have anything else to add?
Every fucking time my headphones like move a little bit, like it does this weird thing where like it won't play the audio at all, even if they're unplugged. If I plug them back in, so then I have to restart the Discord app, rejoin the voice. It's fucking
That's
annoying.
so very exciting. But do you have any closing thoughts? What we're done.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even know we were still on. Jake hopped off, but it was a great pay-per-view. Night 2 was awesome. One of those things where I really enjoyed the whole thing overall, but it built. It continued to build, you know? And it was one of those things that it was one of those things that I was glad to be a part of. You know, like you said, be thankful. It's a lot on your plate. It's a lot on everyone's plate to kind of do a Lucian match and make it work. And we had 2 nights of amazing fun. It's 9-10 on a Sunday night, and we're sitting here, you know, ending a podcast. So amazing weekend. I mean, this is honestly one of the best weekends of the year. And we couldn't do it without you, Jay, and like all your effort and, you know, what you've put into this, you know, OCW as a whole, not only just that, but like Wrestlution weekend. Like, we really made it into a spectacle, and I appreciate that so much, you know, and it's been a lot of fun, you know. It always is, you know, and I can't wait for the 20th one.
Well, enjoy it, because I'm taking a fucking break. I don't know when we're coming back, but it's probably going to be either very end of October or the beginning of November, because I need a fucking break. So, yeah. Oh, we also have an ambition some point between there as well. There'll be announcements and stuff, but not right now. Right now, we rest, and now we rest. So, thank you, everybody. We'll see you when we see you, coming back whenever. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the week, and enjoy everything else. Enjoy the replay, or enjoy that shit. We'll be back when we be back. Okay, bye.
Love y'all.